Oh, okay, hold on. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to GamingOnCaffeine. My name is Isaac, and we are back playing some more Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock for Minecraft 1.7.10. It's a little unusual to say the name of the Minecraft version for Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock, but I've gotten so used to saying it for Feed the Beast Infinity for Minecraft 1.10. Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's a lovely Monday evening for me, probably afternoon for many of you. We're going to play some Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock. It's been so long since we last played this. It's actually been forever. And I've done a couple of things since the last time we did this. So, last time we were working on, if you remember, it was like a month ago, but we were working on automating the inscribers. We had them all the way over here at the end of this like lineup over here, and we were having some issues with the ME dense cable. These dense cables weren't working as intended. And so, people say Monday? Question mark? It is Monday, right? Is it Monday? Oh, it's Tuesday! Sorry, it's Tuesday! I lose track of days. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, the 11th of October. Tuesday afternoon for me. But anyway, they were over here. They weren't working. And everyone in the chat now. So I moved them down. All I've done is just moved them to the other end. Not quite sure why they weren't working. We had enough channels. Everything was working fine. But now it's working perfectly because the channels weren't working over there. And basically, it's the exact same setup. We have all of these retrievers pulling different individual items to all of the inscribers here. And then on the other side, we have all of these servers which are going to pull out. The only thing that I think I've changed since the end of the last episode is this this resident retriever here, and these warp item ducts are now warped to make it a little bit faster, just because the inscriber on the ends here is like the one where everything happens. Like all three of the chipsets are all made in this one inscriber, so there's a lot of stuff going into it, and so getting it there nice and quick makes things a little bit faster. Confused me hard, Isaac. Yeah, I'm sorry about that for the whole Monday thing. I'm just reading the Twitch chat. People telling other people to calm their tits. Yeah, okay, so I've done that. What else have I done? I did this over here. So, we were also talking about how the ME interface didn't work too well with the one assembly table, because before we had one assembly table and one ME interface, and when we tried to make redstone chipsets, or if we tried to make a different chipset and an assembly table happened to have a redstone chipset in there, it didn't work, because what ended up happening is that if you, for example, requested the emerald chipset, it would put the redstone in and just instantly make a redstone chipset instead of making the emerald chipset. And so I split it out into 5 assembly tables, but then people did point out that you don't need to do this. In fact, you can just do it with 2. I made 5 because I made 1 for each of the chipsets, but actually you need 1 for the redstone chipset, and then after that you can just have 1 for everything else, because the second one won't get backed up. For example, if you have an iron chipset and an emerald chipset in the same assembly table, they're never going to get mixed up. It's never going to accidentally make the wrong one, because it needs a completely different material. So, might have been a bit of a waste. We've got it set up now, so I'm not really going to bother with moving it. And hopefully it will just help with maybe making it a bit quicker at making stuff, or just give us more slots in more interfaces to make more stuff automatically in the assembly table. Not quite sure. Did I do anything else? Oh, I did. I totally did. If we go on down to the bottom here, I did quite a bit of stuff. So, I've built 2 new nice big farms to the exact same size as the ones we have up here. Nice big farms filled with this Nitor wart seeds, or Nitor wart spores, I should say. And if I quickly type those in to NEI over here, they're from AgriCraft, and they're made with nether warts and some orange tulips. You breed those together, and you get some of these Nitor wart seeds. And essentially, these are just growing glowstone. Like up here, we are growing lapis. Over here, we're just growing some glowstone. It's getting harvested by the MFR harvester, point to this chest, and as you can see, it's producing way more glowstone than we could ever possibly need, and sending it all the way around to this chest over here, so that we no longer have to use our glowstone out of our AE system to get all of the endstone that we're sifting for all of the broken draconium ore. So yeah, that's, I think, pretty much all that I've done since the end of last time. I think I also made some more disk drives also. My goodness. I did move Oh, geez. We did move the world off of the server. Before now, I was playing on a server on the Patreon server, and I moved it over to a single-player world. And when I did, I lost my inventory for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but that means I don't have my pickaxe or my sword or my hatchet. I did cheat back in the Fluxed Infused Jet Plate because I was not making that again. I didn't bother cheating back in the Tinker's Construct tools because we had, I think, an iron pickaxe and a flint mattock. Like, we've got this far in and we were using a flint mattock. It was a little bit embarrassing, and also we don't have a sword now, which is just fantastic. I will grab this flint pickaxe for now, just so I can fight off these mobs that are all over the flipping place. Also, we had a bit of an issue on the server. I'm not quite sure why, but on the server, mobs weren't spawning. I pointed it out a few times throughout the course of the series, but mobs weren't spawning in the spawner, and they weren't spawning anywhere else. And now that I've moved it over to single player, mobs are spawning absolutely everywhere. Like, they're all over the place because I didn't do a particularly good job lighting up like this tree farm and like all this stuff over here. And so mobs are kind of just spawning everywhere. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but all right. But yes, that is now a thing. Mobs are spawning all over the place. I made some more drives, so we've now got a bunch more space in our AE system and things are not breaking. And I also turned off all of this. Like, we set all this up, I think before last episode, but I turned it all off because it was causing some serious frame rate lag between episodes. Like, I was dropping below 60 FPS all the time, and so I've changed that now. I've just turned these off. I'm thinking at some point I might move these over into like a different dimension, because I'm not quite sure if it's like frame rate lag in the sense of when I look at it, it's laggy, or if it's like data lag, I want to say, or if it's like the actual sieving that's causing the lag. I think if we were to put this in another dimension and just chunk load it, it should probably work just fine. This is 1.7.10 for those who are asking. It's an older version of Minecraft. And I'm on version 1.1.0 of the mod pack, which is not the newest version, but I just haven't updated yet. They didn't add a whole lot in the new version. They just updated and fixed some stuff. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's all the stuff that's happened since last episode, and that's kind of just a recap of where we were at the end of last episode. People are just putting random numbers in the chat now. It's 1.10.2, 1.9.8, 1.7.10, 6.4, but then just 1.2.3. I guess that works. But yeah, that's all the stuff we did. And what I want to start working on now is trying to get towards probably some draconic evolution, because we haven't really started with it yet, and we needed to do a lot of stuff in the future. For example, if we look a little bit further on towards the creative energy cell, or really towards any of the creative items, we need to get quite a bit of draconium. We need these draconium flux capacitors. These require some awakened draconium as well as some wyvern cores, and therefore require some draconium ingots. Now, the draconium ingots themselves, not all too bad. If we come on down to here, you can see we've got a bunch of broken draconium all ready to be crafted up, then hammered, and then crafted, and then hammered, and then smelted. And so getting the draconium ingots isn't going to be too bad. We could do with getting some more fortune upgrades in here, and I think at this point, probably do with trying to get some more lava, maybe. I don't want to put down too many of these crucibles, because crucibles do also cause quite a bit of lag, so I'll probably look into getting some of the lava fabricators from Mine Factory Reloaded. These things do drain power like it's nobody's business, but if we can get some of those, we can get a nice source of power. Like if we make our big reactor maybe a little bit bigger, we can get a good supply of lava power going, and try and get these going a little bit faster, try and make some more endstone, and then we could maybe look into getting some more sieves, some more pulverizers, and really upping the amount of draconium that we're making. But like I said, that's not the hard part. The hard part about getting the draconium stuff, or the stuff from Draconic Evolution, I should say, is if we want to make ourselves the Wyvern core, for example, we need 4 of these draconic cores, which on their own, fairly easy. A diamond, 4 gold, 4 draconium ingots, fairly easy stuff. It's the rest that makes it a little bit harder to automate, and it's going to make it a little bit harder for us to get a lot of them, because we need a Fluxed Electrum ingot, a Mana Steel ingot, a Thormcraft ingot, and also a Vibrant Alloy. And when I say Thormcraft, a Thormium ingot, as well as that Vibrant Alloy. So it really kind of, it's the meeting point between the tech tree and the magic tree, because we need the stuff from Ender.io, Redstone Arsenal, Draconic Evolution. We need some Nether Stars in the middle there, and then we also need Mana Steel and Thormium. So we're going to have to automate pretty much all of this stuff if we want to get, like, have a chance of getting towards some of the late game stuff. Because, for example, if we just look at a recipe for, like, the Draconium Sword, of course, it's just ridiculous. We need Awakened Cores, which also have their own recipe. They require Iridium Ingots, Terra Steel Ingots, Void Metal, and Bedrockium. And then they also require 4 Wyvern Cores apiece, which all require Thaumium, Mana Steel, Vibrant Alloys, Flux Electrum Ingots, etc., etc. And so it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And as you can see as well, each Draconium block here requires a Wyvern Core. I think that's been changed because I'm fairly certain by default it's just 9 Draconium. But that does mean that if we wanted to set up, for example, the Energy Core, then we're gonna have to get a lot of these blocks, which means we need a lot of these Wyvern Cores. So today's stream, we're gonna try and start working on trying to automate some of this stuff. Now, I think some of it we already have, like the Fluxed Electrum Ingots, we've already automated because we needed them in order to make our Fluxed Infused Jet Plate. I don't think... Oh, we've totally already done the Vibrant Alloys, so we can already make those. I think that's just Iron and Ender Pearl, so that should be fine. Other than that, the ones that I was trying to avoid a little bit are the Mana Steel and the Thaumium. Now, I say avoid, they're not actually all that hard to make, because over here, we've got a fairly good system for Britannia right now. It's not, like, the best. We're not producing billions of mana, but it's doing a pretty good job. Right now, we just have this one dropper in the middle with the one hovering hourglass on. The rest of them are turned off because we're not really using the mana for anything. And so this one's kind of just on to make sure that the portal stays up and these mana pools constantly have enough mana to keep the portal open. But anytime, we can go ahead and throw about 30 sand into each of these hovering hourglasses and really kick everything into key. You can see we've got a ton of epic bacon all backed up, ready to go, and all we really need to do to automate the production of Mana Steel is get probably like a dropper or an open crate from Britannia, stick it above any mana pool, and then just have an interface on top of that sends an iron to that dropper or that open crate that then drops it into the mana pool. That will turn into Mana Steel, and then we could probably have like an ender chest or something to vacuum hopper. You can see we've got, oh, this is an ender chest. It looks like one. But then we could just actually like vacuum hopper up the Mana Steel, send it back to the system. So all in all, fairly easy to do. The harder one of the two is going to be the Thaumium, because in order to automate that, again, the basic premise is not too hard, because again, we've got, ooh, where did I move my cauldron to? Oh, I moved it over there, didn't I, to the new like Thorncrafty area. We've got our cauldron over here, and all we have to do essentially is just put water in and then drop certain items into the cauldron, and we should be good to go. But the problem arises with flux, because if you put stuff into the crucible and craft things in the crucible, flux is generated, and the problem is clearing that up. So I did a little bit of looking into the Britannia quest book here. Actually, I think I looked in the Thaumonomicon as well. Because if we go over to, where is it now? I think it's this one. And down at the bottom here, I did the research for the Taint Thistle. And this, it says, when you have unlimited arcane power at your fingertips, small chores like mopping flux goo off your laboratory floor seem just beneath you. Fortunately, you now have a helper to clean up for you. The Taint Thistle will suck up flux goo or gas nearby and use it to generate mana. So, I would like to get this, but I don't know how you get the Taint Tendril, actually. I haven't been looking at the Twitch chat, I apologize. Skull's here and he says, yes, Isaac recording live. I am this will go up on YouTube afterwards, but I am also talking to the Twitch chat. If you're watching on YouTube and you see me talking to the Twitch chat, or you hear me, I guess, talking to the Twitch chat, that's what that is. But yeah, I have no idea how you get the Taint Tendril. We can get the purple petals, we can get the Rune of Mana and the Rune of Gluttony, but I don't know how you get the Taint Tendril. If you look at NEI, there's no recipe for it. Taint Tendril. It helps if you can spell taint right. The Taint Tendril, it says that we can get it with Taint Root Seeds, but then Taint Root Seeds require tainted soil. There's no recipe for tainted soil, and I'm not quite sure how we get that. So, at some point, I'm going to have to figure out how that's done. I'm not quite sure how we get that. I think we have to get some kind of taint biome going, but we'll figure it out at some point. For now, I think we'll start by trying to automate the production of the Mana Steel, because I was actually looking to automate the production of the runes early on in the series as well. I actually have a single-player creative world where I've already set up the contraption that I want to make for automating the runic altar, because that's, again, also a very fairly easy thing to do. You can just drop stuff onto it, and it works fairly easily. So, let's have a look here. We might possibly run into the issue with the applied energistics cables again, because we're going to have to put... Is this one online? I don't know, this one's online, so I think it should be fine. I think we should be fine. Alright, let me grab real quick. Do we have any interfaces in here? We do not. Alright, let me fly back over, and let's grab an interface. We should really probably carry around a staff from Ender.io. Do we not have one? We do not. We should probably look into getting a staff of traveling, so we can very easily travel to our travel anchor and back over here again. I know we have these two already set up, but getting... like, from over there to over there would be a lot easier with a staff of traveling. Also, I should have said right before we get, like, into the stream, I do apologize if my voice sounds a little croaky, or if I do kind of, like, cut away for a second to cough, because I am a little bit, I've been a little bit ill, and I'm still kind of coughing every now and again, so, like, right now I'm just going to mute my mic real quick, and so you'd have to listen to me. Oh, my apologies. I do have some water as well, though, so hopefully... shouldn't be too bad, but here we go. Anyone know if Isaac ever finished Hypovolemia? I didn't. I haven't finished Hypovolemia. I got... with Hypovolemia, they changed the mod pack. I say changed. They updated the mod pack after I'd started playing it, and I didn't finish, like, the quests that were there to begin with. Have we automated Dark Steel? I don't think we have, no. What do we need for that? We need... pulverized obsidian and normal steel. I don't think we have steel. What do we have? We have refined iron, don't we? Refined iron. Here we go. Let me request like 20 of those. But no, I didn't finish all of the Hypovolemia quests, but they then released an update to the pack which added like double the amount of quests. It was good because they fixed a lot of stuff and they added to quest lines that were previously empty, but they threw in a bunch of extra stuff, and they threw in a lot of late game stuff that was kind of like expert mode almost. They put in like a bunch of super crazy things towards the end of the mod pack, which I really didn't feel like grinding out, especially considering I was already doing this mod pack. And so no, I did not finish Hypovolemia. I might go back to it at some point, but I doubt it. What happened to Crack Pack? I kind of got bored with the Crack Pack, mostly because I knew 1.10 was coming and I wanted to play a 1.10 kitchen sink pack, which is now Feed the Beast Infinity. But when I was playing the Crack Pack, it was all stuff that I'd kind of done before. Like, I'd done a lot of the stuff before, and I just felt like I was repeating myself, and so I just waited. I ended it and then waited until 1.10 came out and started with that. People asking for the face reveal. Yeah, you can see my face on the internet already. I have an Instagram account which is very, very inactive, but you can go check that out if you haven't seen what I look like and you would like to. People always say that when they come to the live streams, but anyway, where is all of our stuff? I moved stuff around, didn't I? So we've got alloy smelter over here. We need the induction furnace, this one as well. I've also been playing with Sphax a lot more recently, so getting used to these machines again. Like, I'm looking at these thermal expansion machines, and I'm just, which one's which? It's this one. So we'll let that do that. Once we got 2 of those, we also need an ender crystal, 100,000 redstone flux with a soul binder. All right. Do we have a soul binder? I don't think we do. No, we got a slice and splice and a vat, as well as a sag mill and an alloy smelter. Ugh, that does not look easy. I know for a fact that we should be able to request the machine. We can't request the machine chassis? I really thought we'd done that. Well, thankfully, all that we're missing is iron bars and a basic capacitor, and I'm fairly certain that I should be able to request the basic capacitor. I can. Let's go ahead and request one of those. And other than that, what are we missing here? So we're missing a skeleton skull and an enderman skull. Now, I'm fairly certain that we don't have any enderman heads. Yeah, we don't. One thing that I did add since last time is the skeleton skull. This used to be a cache for, I think, coins from Thorncraft, but I took those out and I put skeleton skulls in instead because when I was showing you the recipe there for the draconic cores, if we look again, you need nether stars in order to make those happen, in order to make all of these wyvern cores, and also to make a lot of the stuff within Draconic Evolution. You need those nether stars, and I don't really feel like setting up a bunch of wither killing stuff. Like, we could set up an automatic wither killer, but in order to get a large amount of nether stars, we need quite a lot of like auto wither killers. And instead, what I thought I'd do is look if there was a recipe to make nether stars, and it turns out there actually is. If we look back at the recipe again here, you can make nether stars in the blood altar with the X asterisk uncharged nether star. Let me get the heck out of here, away from that guy, who is not going to burn in the sun because he's got a helmet on. Flipping heck, let me get rid of this guy. There we go. Can you please automate getting blood for the blood magic? I do want to work on blood magic. We'll get to that in a second. But like I said, we can get the nether star using this uncharged nether star from X asterisk in a tier 4 blood altar with 20,000 life points. We do have a tier 4 blood altar, so all we need now is to automate the process of getting these resources, which we can do fairly easily. So soul sand, we've already got automated. Nether quartz comes as a byproduct of that soul sand that we're now sifting, and then all the diamond tools here we can just get with sticks and diamonds. So fairly easy stuff. The only hard part about that, or the only part that we weren't getting right now, was the skeleton skulls, which we are now getting over here. I think at some point what I'm probably going to do is that auto spawn we've got in there that is currently working on getting Enderman to spawn. I'll probably change that up to skeletons, because you can see right here, we've already got 10,000 ender pearls. I should probably upgrade those caches so we can hold a little bit more than 10,000. But I'll probably upgrade that, or switch it out, I should say, so that it's spawning skeletons as opposed to Enderman, and then we'll hopefully get some more of the skeleton skulls. And we might have to look into some kind of, like, beheading system, because I don't think that the grinder from MFR is going to get us all that many skeleton skulls on its own. So we'll get to that in the future, and also when we do start doing that, we of course want to automate the process of getting blood into our blood altar, and we'll probably do that with the thingamajig that I've completely forgotten the name of. It's the ritual. Is it a ritual? Yeah, because it's the ritual of the binding, which is used to make the bound blade. It's the well of suffering. Yeah, we'll use the well of suffering on the tower over there. We'll probably move the whole altar here up on top of our spawner, and then use the mobs that are spawning on the cursed earth underneath it to actually provide blood for the blood altar. But we're starting way too many things at once. One thing at a time, guys. We need to do one thing at a time. The first thing we're going to do, hopefully, is we're going to start... I guess we're not getting the Staff of Traveling, because our Staff of Traveling requires us to have a soul binder, which we right now can't make because we don't have those Enderman heads. And so for now, we're going to make an interface from Applied Energistics. Interface, here we go. And we're going to try and automate the process of getting mana steel. So we'll grab one of those. We could probably just do with like an open crate. If we get some living wood, we've got 7. I think it's like this. No? Let's have a look here. Crate. What do we need? We need living wood planks. Oh, so it's a little bit easier, actually. We can just craft those up into living wood planks like so, and then we can use those living wood planks to get ourselves an open crate. And now, essentially, my plan here is just to reactivate like 1 or maybe 2 more of these hovering hourglasses here, so we can make sure that this mana pool is like almost constantly full. So let me have a look here. If we grab, we've got the open crate. If we grab some more sand real quick, and that's the best way I've ever seen of spelling sand. It definitely has a B and a D in there. But if we grab some sand, how much sand do we have in this one? We've got 32, so actually we're just throwing half a stack into each of these. So we'll do the same there, and we'll do the same right about there. Nice. And so now all we need to do is probably something like this. We're going to put down that there just as kind of a block so we can put down our open crate on top of it. Like that. And then once our open crate's on top, all we have to do, I think that we can probably get away with just doing like this. Possibly. I'm not quite sure if the interface can work directly with the open crate, like if you can put the items directly in, but maybe not. We might have to put like a chest and then pipe into that. I'm not quite sure, but we'll get rid of this and we'll see if it works. We can give it a try. It doesn't really hurt to try it. People are talking about Ark in the chat. Okay. Also, I should charge up my flux-infused thingamajiggy here. Did I show this off, this fiber capacitor bank? I think I did in the last session. I made it so that we've now got 4 of these. all connected together, so they can now output and input 100,000 redstone flux per tick, which means that it does fill up this pack a lot faster than it used to do, which is pretty good. Isaac, favorite caffeine drink? I drink a lot of coffee for the most part. I don't know if it's my favorite in terms of taste, but coffee, I just drink a lot of coffee, you know? I guess, like, Coke is not bad, but I just drink a lot of coffee mostly. Alright, so we've got ourselves a full jetpack. We've got this living wood. I was going to say living rock. We got living wood. ME glass fiber cable. Let's grab some of that. And we should be pretty much good to go. If we can just hook this up and then get a pattern going. We do need to set up some kind of vacuum chest. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this mod pack is running on a slightly older version of Ender.io. So I don't think that you can filter items in the vacuum chest. I might be wrong about that, though. I'll check in a second. That doesn't look great, but for now, it will work just fine. Let's turn on hover mode, and let's get this thing hooked up. Here we go. Hopefully that's not too loud or too quiet, the hovering sound that is. Hopefully it's like just a nice volume. Coffee? You mean Canadian holy water? Is that what you call it over there? Is this online? I have no idea. Best way to test it, let's run over here, and then let's see if this actually works with the dropper. So, that's the wrong way. We want to go up. There we go. Let's go to our pattern terminal. Let's make sure that we have a pattern in there. We do not. That is just fantastic. Here we go. Let us grab at least what? We don't have enough to make this. Are we missing quartz glass? It's always the quartz glass. Yep, it is. All right. Oh, no, it's fused quartz. All right, quartz glass. Can we make it? We can. All right, let's request like 100. I know there's a button that says 100. I didn't want to do it that way. Isaac, what happened to caffeinated water? I'm drinking some water right now. It could well be caffeinated. I doubt it, but it could be. The hover sound is at a perfect volume. Good stuff, good stuff. This is taking its time, isn't it? It's made... Oh, it's making the Certus quartz dust first. I see. Let's have a look. Where is it at? It's there. Okay, it's working. All right, let's grab some of these. Here we go. Let's throw those into there. 20 is fine. And then if we grab some iron, we should just be able to say iron equals mana steel. We don't have any mana steel, which is great. For now, I'll just say iron equals iron. I really just wanted to send iron to the interface to see if it works. So here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, I don't have a Discord thing. Do I set up? I need to do that. Someone just tried !Discord in the Twitch chat, which didn't work because I don't have that set up. I will get that set up before next stream. So let's have a look here. Iron. If I was to now request 1 iron, I can't do this? Oh, is it because we don't have enough drives available? Oh, we should. Iron. Or is it because it doesn't go anywhere? Or is it because I made iron equal iron? You know what? Let me see about this. If we put a chest here, can I do that? Because at the very least, it should output to a chest. Let's see. Iron, 1, next. No, that also doesn't work. Okay. Alright. Well, let's see if we can get this to work. You can draw mana steel out of any eye in the pattern terminal. Does that work? Mana steel. Can I, like, do this? What? You're a genius! I had no idea that that was the case. Like, unfortunately, I've got 63 now, and I mean... I could just... Yeah, okay, I'll right-click 63 times. Sure. Here we go. What is Discord? Discord's like, Skype. It's just... I have a Discord server. Someone's put a link to it in the Twitch chat just then. Basically, it's just like a big old group chat that is open to anybody who wants to join it. So if you want to go join that, you can do. Someone just threw a link in the Twitch chat. There we go. Okay, so let me see if this works. I'm going to get rid of this because I want to see if it goes into the open crate. Let's see. So, mana steel. Here we go. Request, next, start. It totally works. All right, I love it. Okay, perfect. So, the Discord link is down below the video. Oh yeah, it's also in the panels below on Twitch if you're watching right now. Also, discord.gg/GOC should work just fine. Okay, so we need to get ourselves a vacuum chest. This guy over here, what does it say? Pulls nearby items to its inventory. It requires one of those pulsating crystals. Oh, it's a different pulsating crystal. Okay, we'll take one of those. Real easy stuff. So in Sky Factory 2, or 2.5, for those who've been watching the series, Nick and I used the chest here, the vacuum chest, to only pull certain items, because you could whitelist certain items on the vacuum chest. But, oh, you can do it on this one? You can, okay. I can't remember what I was playing. I was playing a certain mod pack where it might have been the crack pack. But I was playing a mod pack where you couldn't, there was no whitelist in there. It might have been like an older version of Ender.io or something. But here we go, let's see here. What do we need for the Ender.io filter? I think it's just a basic item filter that we need. So if we can get one of those, that would be great. We don't have any paper. Do we have any sugarcane seeds? We'd have some sugarcane. Do we have any sugarcane like over here somewhere? I do. I knew I'd have some somewhere. Here we go. Alright, it's bone meal. Perfect. This is what I spend my days doing between the cuts on YouTube. This is a backstage view. This is what happens. This is the high octane action that you're missing out on when I'm making those YouTube videos in between those cuts. Alright, let's bring this back over. Let's grab some paper. Let's get rid of that hopper. And we'll just throw all of that into there. Boom, boom, boom. And we should now be able to make ourselves the item filter. Nice. Alright. Let's see if this works. First of all, can I... Oh, I think I have to put it in and then I have to specify what it needs. I was trying to right-click on it then, but I think if we put it in there, yeah, we could just send whitelist like that. So now, if I throw down like iron, it doesn't do anything. But if I throw the iron into here, it becomes mana steel. If I do it from a distance, it should end up in the chest. It does. And then finally, all we need to do now, grab like a transfer node and do something like that. Boom. Easy. Easy. So now, if we were to request, like, for example, 10 mana steel, obviously right now we don't have that much mana in the mana pool, but if I was to request 10, it's going to drop 10 iron in there. Every time that iron turns into mana steel, it's going to get picked up by the vacuum chest, into the transfer node, back around into the interface, which is going to drop it into the system, and boom, we got ourselves some mana steel. Nice. So that is now automated. The other two are now automated. I still have no idea quite how we're going to automate the Thormcraft stuff. I guess we could try and do it without the Taint Thistle and just see how bad the flux gets. Let's have a look. So if I go back to Draconic, what do we need? We need the Thormic Ingot, don't we? Let me get rid of that. Thormic... Is it Thormic Ingot? No, I've forgotten the name completely. Draconic... Helps if you could spell at all. Here we go. Draconic Evolution. Thaumium. It's Thaumium. Here we go. Thaumium. What do we need for the Thaumium Ingot? We need... Oh, it's just 1 mana steel and 1 Procantio. So it works in almost the same way. Alright, let me have a look in the Thaumonomicon here then. Do we have an item, preferably, that just produces Procantio? Also, if anybody in the chat has the answer... That would be fantastic. Where is this? I LMN LMP P. It's there. Okay. Just Netherwort, actually. People were telling me about Netherwort. I think Netherwort might be just Procantio. Let's have a look. Do we have any in the system? We should. And we do. It's not. Which is a little bit of a shame. I don't think we're going to get something that's just Procantio. I think that'd be too good to be true. We can use any of our shards, of course, which would also work. Yeah, I don't think any of these have the same stuff. Someone said only Isaac can get lost in an alphabetical list. Wow, Mr. Lamp, what a guy. Alright, I don't think we're going to get anything that just has that in. I think the closest we're probably going to get is the shards. Oh, the shards also have 3, so I guess maybe not. It might be better for us to use maybe Netherwort. We could farm it. We are getting it from the sieve right now, from sifting all of this soul sand. I do want to increase, like, the scale of this soul sand sifting. Right now, you know, we've got, like, 1 sieve. And then a couple of barrels that are trying to get all this stuff done. I would like to change this, like maybe get a cobblestone generator, turning cobble into gravel, gravel into sand, and then sifting that sand, and then having a bunch of sieves working on this stuff, because we are going to need a bunch of gas tiers in order to get all of the Galgadorian metal that we need. So, not quite sure how we're going to do that. Someone says to automate Thaumium, you need the alchemical construct. Why is that? See, my plan here was just to get water into the cauldron, because I'm fairly certain, I said in a very uncertain voice, but I'm fairly certain that you can just pump water into this, and then once it's full on water, it'll come to the boil because it's got the lava underneath it, and then I was just going to have them drop stuff in it, although I guess, yeah, that should work. You'd have to drop it in a certain order, though, wouldn't you? You'd have to drop it in, like, the Precantio item followed by the Mana Steel in order for that to work. You can also use the Thorncraft NEI plugin to see the items containing something. Forgot what else does that. I tried to look here. I can't see any Thorncraft, like, what's containing here, but I think we can type in Precantio, maybe? Is it AE? Yeah. It doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me what items what items contain it, but that's a bit of a pain. I'm in with A2. We need the alchemical construct. This guy. What do we already? Do we already have one? Is that what this is over here? No, this is the alchemical furnace. So what does the alchemical construct do? My Thorncraft knowledge is not the best in the world. Also, we need to work on some Tinker's tools. Jeez. What does the alchemical construct do? It's in the, I'm assuming it's in the Thaumonomicon here. Where it'd be in the alchemy. And then, where is this mother trucker? Is it, like, in here? Alchemical furnace. Alchemical construct, it's there, but it doesn't tell me what it does. Unless I'm missing something on the side. I see alchemical furnace. Furnace. Left click on the aspect. Let's have a look here. Okay. I did left click on the aspect. It just shows you how you can make it. We need to, okay, slight detour. We are going to work on some Tinker's Construct tools. Get out of here. There we go. Also, we're going to sleep. We're going to maybe work on, oh, there are monsters nearby. Okay. Do we have any torches? Because, jeez, is this place a complete mess. Don't want redstone torches. Normal torches will do just fine. All right, F7. Where are these guys spawning? They're spawning here. They're spawning on top of the furnace here. Also, yeah, so this also broke when I moved over from the server to single player. We lost the carts. I'm not quite sure if, like, maybe because they were, like, considered entities or something, they actually just despawned when I moved over. So we don't have those anymore, which is a bit of a shame. Also, I don't think that mob griefing is on, but at the same time it could be. So let me get rid of, like, all of these here. I would rather not try it by blowing that creeper up. Where else? Here. Like here. Underneath seems to be fine. I guess just on top is where they're mostly spawning from. Everywhere else up here looks okay. There's probably a couple of slots underground. I thought you right-clicking and left-clicking both do. Oh, okay, so you can... Ah, so right-clicking on the aspect does show you what's in it. How crazy does this page get then? Because there were some aspects that are in like a ton of items. That must be that'd be interesting. All right, get out of my face. You know, you'd think this was like our first night. The amount of, we've got no armor on as well. We've got this flux jet plate, which is doing almost nothing. I don't see any lines down here, so this should be fine. Although we did just get a spider spawning, so they must be spawning in somewhere, but it doesn't look like they are at all, which is pretty good. Yep, no, okay, cool. Have you tried Netherrack? Let's have a look here. Netherrack. Does Netherrack have just Precantio in it? We also don't have any Netherrack. What is Netherrack? It's gravel in... We can put it like gravel in lava? Is it? Oh, it's gravel in... No, it's redstone in lava. Okay, let's have a look here. We'll try this. Do we have a bucket? We do, of course. We'll grab a bucket. Let me get rid of some of this trash out of my inventory. Let's grab some redstone real quick. Although, even at this point now, I think we're going to have to look into the alchemical construct that chat was talking about. Because I don't think... Gosh, dang it. I don't think we're going to be able to do it any other way. Because in order to automate it, like I said, we need to have the items in the correct order. Now, I don't want this to happen, so let me quickly grab a bucket. We really should have, like, a separate Oh, we got 15 buckets. We should really have like a separate stone barrel for producing things like this, as opposed to sharing the one that automates obsidian. There we go. Did that work? It did. Netherrack. Okay. Do we have our thermometer? We do not. I think it was in my inventory when I lost my stuff, and so the thermometer is gone. I will scan that at some point in the future. For now, I'm going to get rid of all this stuff, and we're going to get some Tinker's Construct tools. So, do we have... What kind of patterns do we have in our system? We got a bunch of patterns. Do we have a pattern chest? Because that would make life quite a bit easy. We do not, but we can make one. So, let's craft up an auto chest, or auto craft up a normal chest, and let's grab one of these. We apparently also do not have blank patterns. That is fine. Do that, boom. Okay, so we'll throw this down over here. So first things first, we should probably get, like, the standard stuff, like a pickaxe, axe, shovel, sword. What should we make it out of, material-wise? I don't think we have any cobalt or ardite, so I don't think we can really go for, like, manualin or the higher-end stuff. We could go with, like, Enderium tools. Are they a thing? Let's have a look. If I type in pickaxe, what could we make this out of that would be of decent strength? Also, how do we get cobalt? What do we need to do to get that? Cobalt, I guess we could mine it from the nether, but I'm assuming that's not where we get it from. Cobalt or sand. Oh, we sift netherrack. Okay, so sifting netherrack gets us broken cobalt. Oh, okay, so we can do that at some point. Use shiny, also eat. Yeah, I should definitely eat. Do we have any applesauce? Yeah, we do. Here we go. All right. Someone in chat said it purifies aspect. You put the liquid aspect in, and then it makes crystals that contain only one aspect. Oh. So how do you put liquid aspect in? Do you have to do that with this? Do we have to do it with, like, the, this? Do we have to, like, pump this up and then have one that's just for, Procantia? Or not? GamingOnCaffeine, the stream is literally keeping my sanity alive. Would be so poor without it. Can't donate again this stream, but soon. No need to donate. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Also, I don't have my, like, I don't have stuff set up for donations and stuff, so if you have donated or anything like that, thank you in advance or in post. And if you followed as well, thank you very much. I don't have the notifications up right now. But shiny / manualin is the strongest. You need an auto feeder, Isaac. I do need an auto feeder. Alright, so some people are saying shiny. Let's have a look. Shiny pickaxe. Do we just use that? Like, do we just use shiny ingots for that? Is that all that is? Just like a shiny pickaxe? It does seem to have crazy durability. Mining speed of 14. Let's have a look. How does that stack up with like everything else? Mining speed 17, 5. What was 17? Electrum? Yeah, Electrum's really fast. Shiny does seem quite well balanced. How many shiny ingots do we have? We got 5,000. Alright, sure. In that case, we'll make it out of shiny, I guess. Here we go. Let's get rid of that. Let's throw in, like, yeah, I'll just throw in, like, a bunch, and then we'll pull stuff out as we go. We might not make the whole thing out of shiny, but we'll go with that. Finally able to catch a stream. Loving it so far. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Someone said you could just pull it out of jars, I think. Yeah, I can pull it out of jars. So how do I... Alright. How do I go about doing this, then? So do I need to... I'm guessing, first of all, we've got Procantia right here. So... I've seen the jars. Like, if I type in Procantia, and I type it in correctly, you can get these little vials. Are these the vials that we need? Do I need to get a, PHI, a vial? Do we need to get, like, a glass vial, pull it out with the glass vial, and then put it into the alchemical catalyst? Or whatever it was called? Shiny tools? Feels good, man. Can you automate getting blood altar... blood into the blood altar? We're not going to probably do it now. We might do it later in the stream. I'm not quite sure. But essentially, all you got to do is, if you Google, what's it called? I've completely lost it again. It's Well of Suffering. If you Google Well of Suffering, it looks kind of like this. Basically, it's what we did for this, but with a different setup of runes around it. And basically, what that will do is it'll kill mobs that are nearby the altar, and then put blood from the killing those mobs into the altar. So you get basically life points into your altar from killing mobs. Pretty cool stuff. Make a Sedge of storage. We can do that with... Oh, so are you saying that we should get into Thaumic Energistics? Once we've got that, set up a system, so then we can, like, store our Procantia in the system, and then maybe put, like, an export bus onto the alchemical catalyst to turn the Procantio into Procantio crystals that we can then drop into the cauldron. Is that the idea there? Maybe. Alright, how are we doing on the shiny metal? That should be liquid shiny metal by now. It is. Let's grab pickaxe head cast. Let's grab tool rod. We'll grab the binding. We need to make casts of all of this. We could use aluminium brass, but we've got 11,000 gold, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this as well. I don't think that gold and shiny metal should make anything. But those 6 there should be enough to get 3 casts. There's a machine from Thorncraft. You can pipe aspects in depending on what you need to make. Alchemical construct and Essentia provider is the best way. One way to find out, Isaac. Alright. Essentia provider. Let's have a look here. Provider. I think I've heard that before. Which one? The Essentia provider. Ah, I see. I see. That does require a little bit of Thorncraft research, doesn't it? We've got to do the Thormic Energistic stuff. And as much as I want to get into this, I do want to automate that so we can start getting into a little bit of Draconic Evolution. I really don't want to have to do research on stream or just on camera at all. Because it's so grindy. It's so grindy. So grindy. It's really grindy. I'm not a fan whatsoever. I like the, I don't want to call it a gimmick because it seems like I'm very undermining Thorncraft there, but I do like the way it works, but I kind of wish, I don't want the stencil table, I want the part builder. I kind of wish that after, the first few times you've done the Thorncraft research, that it would just not happen. You could just, fix it in some way. But anyway, let's do, someone said go away for a bit. Yeah, I'll be back in a second. It's just stop streaming, do it, and then come back. Alright, let's see here. So we need to get one of each of these so we can make a cast. Actually, I didn't even look. We probably have. Let's have a look. Cast. Yeah, we've got all this stuff already. Here we go. Alright. That's a sword blade cast, not a tool rod cast. Do we have a tool rod cast? We do not. Alright, that's good, because I just made this cobblestone tool rod. So, if we do something like this, and then we pull out the gold, we can get a cast. Just slap technical issues, we'll be back. Sorry, my apologies. There is a cheat book. We could use it. Jeez. There is a cheat book in NEI that you can use. The only problem with the cheat book, outside of the fact that it's called the cheat book and it's kind of cheating, it's not how Thorncraft was intended, I guess, to be played, is that you get a bunch of negative debuffs from that. Now, I think there is also another config in Thorncraft that we could use to negate those debuffs, so that when we do use the cheat book, that we don't get the warp effects and the blindness and stuff. Because if any of you who watched my hypovolemia series, you'll remember that we did kind of get random visual effects and stuff that would happen because of the negative effects of getting so much I guess magical energy all at once. So we do have to watch out about that. I might do that between streams though, try and figure that out. There's Thorncraft commands. Is there a command that's just slash you can type /Thorncraft aspect all 1 to give yourself one of all the aspects. It's cheaty and will unlock every aspect. I've already unlocked every aspect. Can I type in /Thorncraft aspect all 100 and just make it super easy to do all the research? Because I don't necessarily mind the connecting of things too much, connecting one aspect to another in the research table. The annoying part is looking at having another web page open, looking at the recipe for, I don't know, Spiritus, and then be okay, Spiritus requires Victus and Mortus, Victus requires Aqua and Terra, and then Mortus requires what? Oh, it's Victus and Predito, that means we need more Victus, then we have to get more aspects, and it just becomes a massive pain in the backside. People are saying yes. Alright, guys, look away. Don't, Thorncraft, can I do that? Thorncraft aspect all... Was it give all? No, just all 100? I don't have permission. Alright, guys. Look away. Don't look, okay? The play cannot be found. Do I need to type in... like that? No? How does one do this? It does not seem to be working. Player not found. Cheat. I haven't cheated. Yeah, I've tried to cheat. It's not working though. Thaumcraft aspect all 100. Thaumcraft aspect name all 100. Okay, here we go. Gaming on caffeine. Oh, don't look. Don't look. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. Little cheaty. It's a little cheaty. Don't worry about it, though. Don't worry about it. It just saved me spending the next hour of the stream crafting together aspects. That's not what I need. I need the only one that I don't have. I need the tool forge. Tool, or the tool station? Do we really not have it? I could have sworn. Obviously, we had to have one at some point because we made some stuff. It's alright. I can make another one. Here we go. I peeked. I'm gonna make a video now, Gaming on Caffeine exposed. Just cut out the part where you asked. Alright. My exposed video is on its way. Alright, what we have? The tool station. And we don't need a tool forge. We should be fine with just a tool station. Here we go. Let me make a few of these so I can just not have to worry about crafting those again. Alright, tool station. We got our Tinker's Construct set up. Back up and running. Kapow. Okay, pickaxe, boom, boom, boom. I don't know, it does it all the time. You shift click it in, you'd think it'd go in order, it doesn't, but here we go. Mining level cobalt, what? I had no idea shiny tools were so good. Alright, I've got a pickaxe. Shovel, we don't necessarily need a shovel just yet, but I would very much like to get a sword. So you know what? Let's have a look here. What other kinds of cast do we have? We've got the sword blade, but we don't have the sword thingamajig, the wide guard pattern. I assume last time I probably made it out of like obsidian or something. Someone needs to make a video of Isaac's booms. Yeah, I said boom a few times in a video. Make a rapier? We could probably make a rapier. Although I'm probably just gonna make, what do we need for a rapier? I don't know what this is. Like, we've got, oh, they all use the same. Oh, okay, so it's just a case of making a different whatchamacallit here. Alright, we could do that. We could do that. So we got one of you. I guess we'll just get, like, another normal tool rod as well. I see no point in trying to change that up. And then, I guess, if we're gonna make a rapier, we just need a different thingamajig. So let me grab a pattern here. And then our stencil table. Here we go. First time that we actually need it, and I don't go to it. Which one is it? Is it this one? I think it's that one. And so if we do something that looks a little bit like this, and then like this, and like this, we can then do something like this, and like this, and do this. Boom. I find myself saying nice when I just finish household tasks. Nice. Yeah, that's another one. People do comment on how often I say nice and boom. But it's nice. Alright, we'll take you, and I think we're pretty much good to make our rapier here. So we'll go that one, and that one. Look at that. Perfect. Shiny rapier. Kapow. Look at that. Boom. I do love the little, like, jump thing you can do with right-clicking with it. Okay. To get aspects to the provider, you need some in your ME. To get that, you need to melt items to the fetish. Yeah. Yeah, I've set up the Thaumic Energistics before. So we'd set up Thaumic Energistics. We're basically going to replace all of these jars, and instead we're going to have an AE system. We're probably make like a subnetwork for it, and we're going to have just like an AE system that can hold Thaumcraft aspects, and then we can use that AE system holding those Thaumcraft aspects to send aspects to the infusion altar, but we can also do it to try and automate the process of auto-crafting Thaumium. At least that's the plan. That's the hope, the dream that we can try and accomplish. So now we need to, first of all, get some bone meal and head on back over to everybody's favorite place. And also, I guess we should probably put these like patterns in here, like the thing we made it for. Here we go. We do need to go back to the ultra high octane action of getting sugarcane, because in order to get that sugarcane, there we go. In order to get enough paper to get all the Thaumcraft research, we do need quite a bit of sugarcane. I have had years, well, a lot of practice doing this, which gives me a perfect time to read chat. Check your tip jar. Hold on, then. Hold on. Oh, I see it. Let me see here. I will go to... Let me see about... Because my email gives me the real person's name. But if I go to... I think it's Stream Tip. It should tell me who donated. Thank you very much to whoever it was just now. I see your name. Thank you to Peter. I will try and find your alias, if you have one. If Stream Tip ever decides to work. Here we go. Yeah. RT Death. RT Death, is that right? RT Death, thank you very much for the donation. You're the best. I assume that was a $5 donation. It's converted to pounds for me, so it's different, but thank you very much. We need a Nick Sai compilation. Nick Sai's all the times. You can't automate... you can't automate Thaumium because once you've researched the Thaumium research... What? They have no Thaumonomicon? Is that true? Like, if I want to drop... If I try to automate the creation of Thaumium in this Crucible, would that work? Maybe? I guess we're going to find out as well. Someone's saying no, I think, but maybe. People are also just quoting me in Twitch chat now as well. For example, we've got Nick. It's real easy. I do say that way too often because Nick, you know, Nick sometimes he is not the most open when it comes to new mods, especially if those mods happen to be magic mods in particular. He means the Crucible recipes are based on the player's Stormcraft knowledge. Yeah, I got what he was saying. So, like, that's what I'm thinking. He's saying that, like, if I tried to use, like, an open crate, that open crate wouldn't have the Stormcraft knowledge required to make that. I'm pretty sure it works. Although the last time I played was over a year ago. There must be a way to do it, right? Because I can't imagine that the Feed the Beast team would have, like, so many recipes with Thaumium in if it wasn't able to be easily automated. I don't think. I might be putting a bit too much faith into the Feed the Beast team, but I don't think so. It won't work. He couldn't automate it? Oh, that is annoying if that's the case. I mean, I guess it's not too bad. You could do it on its own. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, well, in that case then, there's not a whole lot of point. I've automated it with the upgraded alchemy machine thing. Someone, it won't work, you need the alchemical construct. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going with the alchemical construct. So, alright, sure. Ignore what I said. Ignore what I said. Let's have a look. We already have the means, alchemical construct. So, we already have the research done for the alchemical construct. We need 2 V-filters, 4 Essentia tubes, and 2 Essentia valves, as well as 1 Greatwood plank. I don't think that we have much of that lying around. We've got Essentia tubes. What do we need for the Essentia valves? Just a lever. Okay. So let's grab 2 levers real quick. And then the V-filters are silverwood and gold. We should... we've got 1 silverwood, I'm pretty sure we can make silverwood planks, yeah, in the mana pool. And then that is just birchwood with arbor, Procantio, and order. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. One thing at a time here. Let me throw together these and grab 2 of those. How are we doing for aspects? We're doing okay. We're a little low on terror. And unfortunately, I'm going to assume that, yeah, we don't... Oh, I don't have waypoints down by my nodes, which is a bit of a pain, but I think I know where most of them are, so we'll find out. Where did Isaac just eat without chat telling him to? Or taking damage first? First time for everything. There is a first time for everything. I'm getting a very slight bit better at eating when I need to. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we have to throw this into a mana pool for this to work. Our mana pool over here should be pretty much full now. Yeah, that's filling up nicely now that we've got all of these online. And that gets us some great wood planks. Now, all we need to do is probably get some normal wood for the arbor. We could use like nether wart or something to that effect for the Procantio. And then order, we got our new trick where we can just look up in here what we need. For that, we can use, I guess... either auto shards or refined iron. I guess auto shards. make a little bit more sense. How much do they have in them? They have 2. So let's take a few of those. We've already got this. And then for Procantio, actually, Procantio is also in the auto shards as well. So we should be good to go. We are going to need a bucket so we can get some water. We should probably look into setting up some kind of, like, water source over here. But we'll see. How are you all? Long time no see. Hi, Chemistry Geek. Welcome back to the stream. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? This guy. We've got a rapier. Where is it? Here it is. Alright. Die. Oh, it's fantastic. Also, we got a head. Brilliant. Alright. Where is our nearest water source now? We moved it from... Oh, it's still over here. Alright. Let's go do this. There we go. Someone said all the old fans who know where Horseman is from say Horseman. I'll say Horseman. 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 No, it's been a while. Jeez. We don't have that much dirt. I guess cobblestone? I don't really want to use cobblestone over here, but I guess we can go with it. I like the fake scare story in the chat there. What's up, guys? Scarce here. First story of the day. Minecraft YouTuber GamingOnCaffeine cheated with Thaumcraft on a stream. It's a really big deal. What do you guys think about the situation? Oh, I'm going to be on the front page of every drama channel tomorrow for that Thaumcraft cheat. It's just a straight-up betrayal of trust and of everything, really. Can't believe he did it. What a guy. Alright, here we go. Oh, my goodness. 100 viewers. Yeah, wow. Hi, everybody. Thank you for choosing to watch. I haven't streamed in quite some time. I didn't quite expect so many people to come out and watch, but hi, how's it going? Hopefully we can do this a little bit more frequently now. I do want to finish this pack, and as we get towards like kind of the late game, there's a lot more grindy stuff, so one of the main reasons why, I think this only needs 1 bucket's worth, right? Yeah, one of the reasons why there's been less episodes out is because it takes so long to record these episodes. Like, with all the stuff that I cut out, all the grind and stuff, it takes like hours to actually record an episode and get anything done. I need like my goggles of revealing, or do I not? Oh, I don't have goggles of revealing. Okay, hold on, Crucible, hold on. We need like goggles of revealing, or at least we need at the very least we need a thermometer, because this is not gonna work without it. Here we go. Isaac, don't burn yourself. Yeah, WikiLeaks on Twitter tomorrow. WikiLeaks. Like, it's gonna be... Oh, look, there's already some stuff in here. What? Did I drop the wrong thing in, or did I just drop... Did I drop something in there? I'm not quite sure. I don't think I did. But we've got 4 Procants here. That gets us to... Oh, it's just showing me... Oh, that's not how that works? How have we been... Have we been... Up until now, have we just not known what's inside there? So we've actually got 1 and 4, and we need like what? Let me see here again. Silver, wood. We need 1, 1, and 3. So we need 3. That has 4. We should be good to go then, I guess. Birch. If we just throw in some birch wood on the armor stand. Oh, is it? Oh, it is. You're a lifesaver. Okay. It's been a while since I've played this. There we go. Okay. Let me just clarify. There's people are shouting armor stand now in the chat. All right. Well, that was almost catastrophic because we don't... Oh, it's because it's going away. I see. It's fading. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. There we go. Okay. And then let's just quickly empty this out. It's going to make it all fluxed. There we go. Boom. Perfect. we got the situation under control. Alright, so we got this. I think this is the exact same recipe, right? We're going to use it in the mana pool to get the wood. Yeah, okay. So we'll head on back down. We will probably use this time just to make it a little bit easier. I should probably be using it every single time that we do it, but I keep forgetting. So now we got that. That is done. Now we can make ourselves the V filters with the gold. Here we go. Isaac, armor stand, Isaac, the goddamn armor stand. I got it, guys. Don't worry. I did it. I went to the armor stand. Okay, I'll take 2 of those. We don't need 4, so I'll hold off for now. Just so I don't want to use too many aspects out of my wand. Arcane. What are we making? We're making the arcane thingamajig. Oh, it's alchemical. That's why. Catalyst? Construct. Close enough. Okay, so we got those 2. We've got the 4 essential tubes. Actually, I think we've got pretty much everything here. So we'll put that in the middle. We'll put the essential tubes around the outside. We'll put the V filters in the corners. And then we'll put the valves in the other corners. That's going to get us the alchemical construct. Nice. So I've never actually made this before. So I'm not going to lie. I don't quite know how this is going to work. You can use the micro blocks to get rid of flux. How? Would that just be like a funnel? Are we just going to put micro blocks around the crucible and have like a big like chimney that goes up to like the just up to high enough to where it's going to go out? Or do we just need like something to contain it? Or how do we use micro blocks to get rid of it? You need 2? I need 2 of these? Nobody tells me these things. What do I need 2 of these? What? Okay. Guys, what happened to the crack pack? I talked about it earlier in the stream. If you just watch back, you can listen to my explanation of it. It was really it was near the beginning. You need 2 of them, don't you? Okay, wow. You know, I tell the people that I haven't used it before, and they don't let me know that I need 2 of them before we start. Someone says, no, you don't? Do I just need the 1? You know what? Feed the Beast Wiki. How does this work? Alchemical construct. This is the other part of the behind-the-scenes bit that you guys don't get to see, is me going to the Feed the Beast Wiki all the time. Using the creation of a centrifuge, blame the chat. You didn't research the alchemical thing? You need 2? The microblocks will block the flux from forming. Oh, so you're saying that if we put microblocks on the inside of the thing, like, let's have a look here. If we get some, like, covers, are you saying if we do something like this? Something really nice like that, then the flux won't form? You need a crucible above it in 2 constructs. Top. Someone just put top in the chat. I have no idea what top means. Alchemical construct. Here we go. It's a crafting or structural component for other devices. I have no idea what I'm making here. On top of the crucible? I should put this on top of the crucible? Or this? I see a face palm in chat. Not like this. Okay. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And if chat shouts at me, I'm gonna know it's wrong. If they don't, I'll know it's right. Hi Razor, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How long have you been streaming? How long you keep on... Oh, I've been streaming for just over an hour now. And we're gonna keep going until this works. Maybe. Unless it takes a while. So this is not right. I'm waiting for the Twitch chat to tell me this is right or this is not right. 2 of them. I need 2 of these. Right click with the wand. Okay, this does not work. Alright, guys, I'm gonna make another one. I'm gonna trust that some people in chat are not happy with how I'm doing right now. 1 hour clap, yeah, we've been going just over an hour. Woo! Okay, so let me put this back in here. Let's grab... Alright, let's get some more of these. And let's try and I'll make a second one. Some people are telling me I need 2. Somebody is telling me I need just the 1. So I guess we're going to find out here. The alchemy tab. Do I need to complete some... Thormic research? So... Oh! I need this? Is this what I need? Do I need this? The very right last one? I see! Let's see here. The scribing tool should already be in the thingamajig. Here we go. So, we're doing this then. So we'll throw that in. We'll throw that in. Holy crap, that's a big one. Alright, that's what she said. What? Thumbcraft. Here we go. And I'm going to quickly bring up the cheat sheet here because I do not want to try and figure this out on my own. Here we go. So we're going from Fabrico, which is the one in the top left there, to Aqua, which is the one in the bottom left there. So Humanus, Bestia, and Victus. So Humana, Bestia is over here, and then Victus is all the way over on the end there. So we put Victus there. We can just go Victus there, we can put like Terra in the middle because that will connect. And then if we do Terra to Procantia, basically for anyone who doesn't know what's going on here, you've got to connect these up with aspects that either make up that aspect or that are used to make up that aspect, if that makes sense. So like over here, you've got Victus. Victus is made with Aqua and Terra, so if you put Aqua or Terra next to it, it's going to work. Whereas I think with Bestia, if you look at Bestia here, Bestia is made with Victus, or the other way around, like Victus is an aspect used to make Bestia. Basically, if it's connected to the aspect, you can connect it like this. And so in this scenario, I'm going to put some Victus here, and then Victus is used to make these Fames, or Fames, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, and then Fames is used to make Vacuous, which is this one over here, which is used in the making of Procantia. Real easy stuff. And so now we just want to connect Procantia up to the one in the top right there. I always forget the name of the one in the top right. It's Permutatio. Here we go. And that one is, we need Predator, which is over here. And the Predator is in Vitum. Vitum is in Procantia. And then we just got to connect up Procantia, so we can do like this. And then to connect both those up, we can just use Ignis. Boom. Easy. Easy peasy. Alright. We'll go ahead and unlock that. Okay. That was not too bad. Oh, we do need two of them. So we need two alchemical constructs. Okay. Okay. I've never done this before, so I've actually almost no idea what we're doing, but we'll get there. So we've got two of the V filters. We need to make another one of the alchemical constructs. Here we go. So really all we need is more levers, I think. If we just get two more levers, we should be good to go. Okay, so levers with our Ascension tubes. We'll get two of those. We need some more V. We're low on both of them? No, just the Aqua. Okay, but we should probably fill up as much as we can of everything, really. Jetpack, we need to get a jetpack before we go flying down there. Otherwise, that is not going to end well whatsoever. So let's go and take a look over here, I guess, and see what is over here. Oh, I love how fast this is. Okay, please tell me this is still here. It is. What is in this one? Oh, look at that. It's got some Aqua in it. Perfect. I'm surprised you've never done this. It makes automating alchemy so much easier. I don't really do that much Thormcraft, to be fair. I do a little bit of it every now and again. But usually, as far as I've gone, is usually the, oh, is that? No node? Okay. Usually, the farthest I get is just like the altar. And then that's kind of about it. You should move those nodes. Yeah, I should really get into moving those nodes. Oh, I did put one. We do have one up here by our research, don't we? I did set one of them up. Let me get rid of this. Cheater, the streamer is cheating. Yeah, I don't know. I don't consider looking at the Thormcraft research helper too much of a cheat. But here we go. Let's just drain this one as well. You can fill your one from killing mobs. This is also true, which takes a little bit longer. And also, it's kind of hard to access our mobs right now. They're getting killed automatically. But here we go. Do we have what it takes now? We do. Let's take two of those. And then hopefully, we now have everything we need to do this, V filters, pipes around the middle, and then Greatwood? Yeah, okay, so we've got two of those. So now, if we do this, and then this? No? What? Up to now, alchemy has been somewhat of a hit and miss affair. Misconducted aspects, yada yada yada. The crucible that forms. Oh, we need 30, 30, and 15. Yeah, okay, so we're missing all that stuff. Now, the problem is, like I said, I moved from a server, so before I could do /spawn and get. Oh, I can still do it. Oh, but I don't know where my. Oh, this is not gonna be good. This is not gonna be good. So this is spawn, guys. Welcome to spawn. This is where most of my aura nodes are. Almost the ones that I know were here. All these little cobblestone platforms used to contain aura nodes. Somebody might have moved them. Oh no, here we go. So yeah, someone might have moved the ones that are close to spawn. But this is where most of my aura nodes are. The problem is that when I was on the server, I could just use / TP and get home. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna get back. So I'm gonna have to find out like the coordinates or something, aren't I? I need to know the coordinates of my my base to get home. Here we go. Put the goggles back on. The goggles are back at base though. I would put them back on, but I just didn't bring them with me. To be fair, I should have them on with the fluxed infused jet plate. But I'm so used to. I used to have like a full set of armor that I'd switch out for a full set of other stuff. Okay, so I think if we're almost there. We need a little bit more aqua. Let's just fill up as much as we can here. I think we use a mod called Feed the Beast Island, which creates islands for players, because it used to be on a Patreon server when I started on the YouTube series. And I'm fairly certain that Feed the Beast Islands creates islands at every 1,000 on the X and Z. So I think, on the X and, yeah, the X and Z. So I think if we go this way, and we need to go to 1,000, 1,000, that should get me to where I need to be. Hopefully. We're going to go like a little bit more that way, I think. Thankfully, this jetpack is very quick, so it shouldn't take more than a few seconds here to get over to where we need to be. Come on. Show me the money. Oh, here we go. Beautiful. Easy. There's no minimap. Someone said just look at the minimap. There's no minimap installed because the idea is that it's a skyblock. Like, there's no need for a minimap. All of your stuff is here. Like, you don't go particularly far. So, can you type /TP? Is that a thing? No. Okay. Okay. Whew. If that was a thing, that would make it so much easier. Oh, it works. Okay. So how... Alright. So now we've made this. What does this do exactly? When you access this device, you will see several slots. The top left slot is where you place the catalyst. Once you've done this, you'll be able to choose which recipe you wish to craft with the catalyst from the list of possibilities in the top right-hand slot. The bottom bar shows the essential required in order, in the order they will be required. It will also display the progress bar once the machine is in operation. The created object is ejected out the front of the device or into an inventory placed in front of the ejection port. Normally, a thaumatorium can only have one active formula, but by attaching a... is that MN? A mnemonic? Matrix, maybe? To its side, you can increase the number of formulas it can keep track of. Each one increases it by 2. Okay. Pipe aspects into it. Add a catalyst to make them. Get the coordinates for next time. I know the coordinates. It's 1,000, 1,000. There's just not really an easy way that I can get back and forth. I should really install a minimap so I can teleport backwards and forwards. Put jars down next to it and pipe it in. So, okay. So if I was to, for example, grab this. This has got 5 per cant here. Can I pipe this in? Maybe? Add a catalyst to make them. Okay. Let's see here. So if I do something like... Do I pipe into the top? Maybe? If I do like this and this... Or maybe like... Does it need to drop? If I do like this and... This? No? Oh, there were so many holes! I'm not quite sure which one we're going to put this into. Oh yeah, you can do /TP 1,000, 1,000. I could TP myself to that. It will only draw in when you complete the recipe, though. Alright. So what recipe are we doing? I've been told to make this. Sounds like a pie. I've been told to make this. The machine will suck, but you need to have everything it needs. Yes, do it like that. Okay, so that will work. Okay, so I'll put this like back here. Put that there. And then let's put that there. I'll put it back on top. We'll put it right there. There are so many holes. I don't know which one to put it into. Isaac, 2016. Put mana steel inside. Okay. Steel. Here we go. So if I put mana steel in... Oh! Look at that! So do I need to put water in the crucible? Is that a thing I need to do? If I do like this? Maybe? Because I don't see... Oh, that's not connected. Oh, it needs to be on the bottom. Because it can only apply at the top. I see. I see. I see. I see. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Guys, you're all geniuses. So do you need water or not? Is water just like an added extra? So now, if I was to like run this back downstairs real quick, obviously the whole running it backwards and forwards thing is a bit of a hassle right now, but we can change that with Thaumic Energistics later on down the line. But if I put this like here, and then I was to grab, say, some... Ooh, I almost knocked water all over the place. And I was to grab some, say, nether wart from here and then bang it into this guy to get a bunch of Procantio, I could then take that up and use it? No more water? Wow. As if I did not know about this. This thing is the best. I've seen all kinds of, like, crazy Thaumcraft contraptions, and there's so much stuff in Thaumcraft. It's like, there's just so much stuff to go through. But that's awesome. I like that a lot. So if we can get this back up to, like, 5, which that now, I'll let that run through a little bit more. It's only got 13 left, so we'll wait for that to be done. Bang it into this guy, in quotes. No, nothing extra needed. Also, a heat source isn't. Nice. Put a chest in front to catch the item. Alright, so if we just get, here we go, we'll get like a normal chest. And if we just stick it down in front of the thing, it should just work. Oh gosh, went a bit far. If we just put it down, like right there, that's just gonna plonk it out into that. That is fantastic. I was a little worried that we wouldn't be able to do that. People are telling me to eat. Okay, I will do this. Make advanced alchemical furnace. There's so much Thaumcraft stuff to do here. Alright, that's still doing its thing. What's it waiting on right now? We should get our goggles revealing for sure if we're working with Thaumcraft stuff. Here we go. Let's grab... I just want you. There we go. Alright, let's see what's backing this up. We are all full on jars, I guess, actually. It's probably right at the end, right? Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of Herba. We don't need that. Oh, look, there's more Herba. We could do with... I was going to say more jars, but we don't really need more jars. We just need to actually upgrade our system now. Probably to Thaumic Energistics. That will be the next step, so we can actually get this going. Okay, is that emptying out nicely? It is. Okay, so that's filling that up. That's got 18 in it. So, really, we could do with, like... I guess probably a netherwart farm wouldn't be such a bad idea. Because a netherwart farm, if we did something like we've done with all the other stuff, we get like a big old netherwart farm, use agricraft to get it up to 10, 10, 10. So we get a bunch of netherwart coming through, and then we just have it going like constantly almost to an alchemical catalyst or the construct even over here. The Arcade Alembic and the alchemical furnace, and we just get like a bunch of Procantio, and I'll get rid of more of this so we can allow everything to continue to flow through. We could have that, like, almost always have that in it. Do we have to keep sending Mana Steel over? I'm guessing we do. Yeah, the Mana Steel's gone. So, I'm assuming, can we pipe into this? Is that, like, a thing that we can do? Like, if we get... Test. If we get, like, a hopper, and I throw that on the top, can I then put Mana Steel in through the hopper? That's not at all where I want to put the hopper. There we go. If we put that, like, right there, can I do that? Oh, I totally can. So we can have, like, a another ME interface on there, and then just, when we want to auto-craft the Thaumium, we make sure that we have a full jar of Procantio here, and we just send over one Mana Steel, and then boom. Oh, that is so good. I love it. I've learned something new today. Here we go. Let's get rid of this then. I think that's pretty much done now. Let me quickly just like void this so we can make sure it's completely emptied out and ready to go. Make void jars. We should definitely make void jars so we can start, like, we don't have to keep doing that. But I don't know though. If we're going to move over to Thaumic Energistics, I don't know if we necessarily need void jars, but we'll see. Let me get back up here if we can. And now, if we just put this down like... Not like that. If we put this down like that, it just makes us a Thaumium ingot. That is fantastic. That is actually fantastic. I love it. Okay. Brilliant. The insertion items were works on all sides. Should look better. Oh, okay. So we can just like put stuff. We can put it on. Oh, so you'd have to put it in from the top. You're saying we could put it like in any of these other sides. Okay. Does the again? I'm guessing the ME interface. Hopefully, will just work straight with it. So I could just put like an interface on the back there. Would that work? Doesn't Agricraft and the Nether want it to be in complete darkness to grow? I think it does. Yeah. Okay. Is there any kind of auto feeder? I don't think so, no, unfortunately. I do wish there was. Usually I add one to the pack. I haven't added anything to this pack, though. But let's get ourselves another ME interface real quick. And let's see about automating this. Because once that's done, the only thing left in the automation chain, or one of the only things left in the automation chain for the Draconium, or the Draconium cores more specifically, is the Nether Star, which is a bit of blood magic for us. So let's go ahead and request like 110 glass. For items, yes. For aspects, no. It has its own one. So do aspects only go in on like the left here? Or I guess that's not a thing. I don't know. But this is cool. I like this. I like this a lot. I also like that you can have like the little matrices to add multiple recipes and stuff. That's pretty cool. The advanced alchemical furnace is like a normal chemical furnace, but it needs V from a node, which needs 3 priority aspects, 1 aqua, 1 predito, 1 ignis. But you need a primordial pearl from the outer land. To go to the outer land, you need a portal. You need to research the dark side of Thorncraft to make it to go there. You need the S asterisk. Yeah, so is that, I think we need like a portal in a box or something, don't we? I think I've seen that. Okay. We're getting into some deep Thorncraft now, which is fine. But let me try this. We bung that down there. Let's grab some ME glass cable, and then let's see about hooking this up. So we should have some stuff nearby. Is there any, like, just under here? No, we're going to have to go quite far down to make that happen. I think we'll go like this. We'll kind of bring it down, down, across, down. And we'll just, like, run it under the big reactor. And then, oh, there's one, like, right there. And then along like this. Okay. We've got our crescent hammer. Let me get rid of this and this and this. Beautiful. Okay, so at this point, we should now be able to automate this. Alright, so now if we get ourselves a mana steel, we should be able to turn mana steel into thaumium ingots, like so, in code. And then if I put that in there, we do need to set up a thing. Does it so can it output to the back and the sides? Does that work? Okay, I'm going to test this as well. I'm going to assume the answer is yes. If we get rid of those two, we can, I hope, do this. And then if we move this chest to the back, we can then just pipe up. Maybe? Does that work? If we do, where is it? If we do like that, and then get like another transfer node and do something, well, it helps if you have transfer nodes in your thing. Output on the front only, just the front? Okay. In that case, same concept, just a different solution. Let's take that. I'm going to move, in that case, I'm going to move this to the top. So we'll get rid of that. We'll put this back on the front. We'll put this guy on the top, like right there. And then we'll go with the cables up and across. And then we'll just have a transfer node pumping back in again. Yeah, output is only forward. Front with import bus. We could have an import bus, but we could also just, like, not use up the channels and just put, like, a transfer node in front of it. Oh, we need a chest, don't we? Chest. Here we go. Easy stuff. Alright. Boom. Boom. And then if we get, like, just a few pipes, we should be good to go. Pipe. Here we go. Yeah, so did I get the pipes? I don't think I did. Pipe. There we go. So now we can just put this down like that and that. I do want to disconnect that, so I guess we can just do that. Does that work? It should? Yeah, cool. Alright. So now, if I was to go and request some thaumium, I cannot, because I haven't put that in there. Now, if I was to go request some thaumium, oh, here we go. So request one of those, start. It's going to put it in. It's going to do it. Oh, I love it. I love it. And so now we've automated most of those processes. So we've automated the process of making mana steel, which then in turn leads on to the automated process for making the thaumium. And now, if we go back over to Draconic Evolution, we were looking at making some of these Wyvern cores. We've got the automated way of making the vibrant alloys. We've got the automated way of making the fluxed electrum ingots. We've got the way of making the mana steel. We've automated the process of thaumium. All we need to do now is automate the Draconic cores and the one nether star, and we should be good to go. Just place the interface on the front. Oh, we can... Yeah, I guess that would have worked as well. Oh, yeah, no, that would have totally worked. We don't need a chest, or we can just put... We can just put an... No, because we need to use the interface is being used for, to send the stuff to here. We could put the interface, like... Yeah, no, I think it has to go there. Like, on the front, it's showing the thaumium, so I'm assuming it can't input from the front. Because we're using the interface to input into the alchemical construct with the pattern here, we couldn't have it, like, right here. So we have to do pump round. We do have to pump round to it. Okay. I think now... I'm going to kind of stop with Thaumcraft a little bit for now there. We will come back to Thaumcraft because there's still like a bunch of stuff to do in Thaumcraft, especially when we get to the late game. But I do want to try and automate the cores here. I want to be able to like just request these at whim. So the Draconic core is the next easiest bit. We will move on to the Nether Star later, but for now, the Draconic core needs 4 gold, 1 diamond, and 4 draconium. So for that, we are going to have to automate... I usually just place it in front... This is fine. It's fine. So, if we want to automate that, we need to automate this. So, I guess we could also automate the platinum, which you're going to get shiny as well. So we need to, first of all, auto-craft it into like, the Draconic core gravel, and then we need to hammer it, and then we need to craft it again, and then hammer it, then craft it again, and then I think hammer it again. Yes, we need quite a few hammers and auto-crafters. Thankfully, we got a couple of those over here. These are compressed though, so I don't necessarily think they're going to work all too well. But what we can do is we can use a few of these compressors for the job. So we need to compress it once into gravel. Oh, it's going into the things. Can I get them before they... Probably shouldn't have tried that. You know what? Let's just give it to the trash can for now. We could just, we could just turn it off the trash can. We don't even have to get rid of the trash can. If we just turn this off like that, we should now be able to just go boop, boop, and boop, and then just grab them from in here. Nice. Okay. So, that's going to craft it. Yeah, I think we need 3 compressors, and then we need, like, a couple of hammers. A couple of standard hammers. Let's have a look. Where is NEI gone? Where was NEI gone? There it is. Okay, let's have a look here. Hammer. We need some automatic hammers, which are fairly easy, actually. Okay, so, we just need a few anvils. Anvils are easy enough. 1, 2, 3, I think, is the right number there. And then 1, 2, and then maybe a third one is necessary. I think we do need a third one here. We'll grab one of those as well. And so now, if we do a similar thing again, we just made a bunch of transfer nodes. So we'll take those, head on back down to the bottom here. Isaac's inventory is amazing as usual. Hey, it's fine, all right? It's okay. All right, so we're going to pull out of here. We're going to compress that up. Once that's compressed up, it's then going to get sent along, and it's going to get hammered. Not in there, preferably in there, and not in here. I think it doesn't matter that we have both the draconium and the platinum going to the same place. Someone says, is this going on YouTube? Yep, it will go on YouTube. Do not fear. If you miss any of it, you can watch it back later on YouTube, or if you have to go, you can watch it, the rest of it later on YouTube. Or if you don't want to watch it at all, you can not watch it as well. That's totally fine. So gravel, sand, I think that's almost all of it. Let's have a look here. I think we do need one more though. So if we look in the chest here, we've got to compress it and then hammer it, and then compress it and then hammer it. Yeah, and then one more. And again, we need to pull out, we need to compress it, and we need to hammer it. And then it's done. And then it needs to be smelted in a furnace and sent back around. Is that true for the shiny as well? I think it is. Let's see. You can just do that, but I think we can also, like, continually do that. We should be able to hammer this as well, yep. And then craft it, and then hammer it, and then craft it, and then smelt it. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll stick like a redstone furnace on the end of that, and then have an import bus just bringing all that stuff back into the system. Can can you say Fanta Buliceptical? Bulitapical? I'm not quite sure. I tried. The answer is no, I can't really say it, but kind of. What mod pack is this? We are playing the Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock mod pack on expert mode. We now need a redstone furnace, which shouldn't be all too hard. What are we missing? We're missing redstone? No, we're missing 2 bricks, which is easy enough. And then we're missing a copper gear, which we're going to have to request because you cannot make gears in the crafting table. They have to be made in the press downstairs. So we'll do that. And we should be good. Make fortune upgrade for the hammers? Yes, we should definitely do that. And we should also probably make some speed upgrades as well to get things going a little bit faster. But we'll start with this first. Just getting things up and running. Is that now here? It is. What are we missing? Bricks. There we go. Cool. All right, let's take this down to the bottom. Let's throw this on the end. Thankfully, we have one more transfer node, which we're going to put right about there. Fantastic. So we'll have the left side be an input. We'll have probably at the top be an output. The rest can be nothing. There we go. And then we'll just run any, like the closest ME cable over and put an import bus on that to bring everything in. And it should be pretty much good to go. We do have to power all of these, obviously, so everything does need a power cable going to it. We've got this. What is this? What is this? We've got a random resonant flux duct connecting up these hardened ones. And then we've got like what is this? Isaac. What have you done? What is that? Let me have a look. Do we have any flux ducts in the system? We got a bunch of leadstone, a couple of redstone. Have I automated those yet? I have not. I've automated the empty ones. So if we made like 30 or 40 of those, oh, that crafting recipe looks intense. All right, so once we've got those, I think we just have to put those into the redstone furnace, and we should. Oh, the fluid transposer with some redstone, and we should be good to go. Is that right? It is. Okay, so I think we're going to run that over. I'll probably end up replacing this here. I'll replace all of these hardened ones with redstone. I'll probably replace that resonant one with redstone as well. There's no need for it to be a resonant one right now, especially when we don't have, like, full resonant coverage. Okay, let's run that all the way along, and we're not quite got enough, but our system is working on it, and we should be good. Isaac, read my comment. I read your comment. I don't know if you watched the, about the tea thing in the terminal. Here, it's not a problem here, but on Sky Factory 2, do not fear. I have read your comment about the T key, and I have fixed the T key in Sky Factory 2.5. You'll see it probably in, like, the next episode or the episode after, but I have fixed it. Never fear. Okay, how are we doing with these flux ducts? We've got 6 empty ones. If we just grab some redstone, we could throw that into our magma crucible, and then we just bung that in there. Those are going to turn into the flux ducts that we need. While we're waiting for those, we should probably like clean out our inventory a little bit. It's getting a bit out of hand. Like, we don't need most of this stuff in here right now, especially some of this stuff. Jeez, there's a lot of garbage in there. There we go. We'll just get rid of like almost all that. There we go. Perfect. Much nicer. All right. Dobby, how is it fixed? Oh, to fix it, you go to options, key bindings, inventory, and then down here, search for an item in nearby inventories. It was set to T by default in Sky Factory 2.5, and so whenever you press T, it starts searching for, oh gosh, I hit my microphone. It starts searching for items in nearby inventories instead of just like typing the letter T. So if you want to change it in Sky Factory, just change that to not T anymore, and it should just work. It should work just fine. It worked for me at least. All right. Let's see. We're going to connect all these up. We should definitely get one more torch. I know we just put our torches away, but let's grab like 2 torches here. We'll put like 1 there. Maybe. Oh, we can't put it on there. Okay, we'll put 1 there and then 1 hopefully like there. Beautiful. You can't put them on the hammers for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but that's fine. And then I guess it's not going to look the best, but we're going to do something like that and connect those up once we have enough, and it should be good. Let's have a look. Flux. We are still waiting on more. Not surprising. It's taking a while. It's got to do all the flux to electron blend and other stuff, and it's probably maybe backed up a little bit. How is it doing? Is this waiting for something? Doesn't seem to be. Should be fine. Let's see. What's it waiting on? Oh, it's crafting hardened aluminum glass. Let's have a look here. Hardened aluminum glass. There is sometimes an issue with there not being... Yeah, it's doing it now. There isn't a recipe for hardened aluminum glass. I'm not quite sure why. It doesn't show the recipe, which is a bit of a pain. Let me just quickly relog here and see if that fixes anything. Hopefully it will. If it doesn't, I might have to do it. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it manually or not. I don't think it works. Let's have a look again. Hardened glass. No, it's not. It's not showing up as having a recipe, which is a little bit annoying. Not quite sure why. I think we can do /mt reload or something to reload the Mind Tweaker recipes. There we go. Still not showing the recipe. What is this? I'm assuming that the recipe is something like this. If we take the aluminum out of there and put it into there. Yeah, it doesn't want to work though. Actually, none of those want to go in there, which is a little bit... Oh, what is this? Oh, my goodness. Okay, guys. I'm going to restart the game real quick. Oh, okay. Close this down. Here we go. Just going to launch it back up. Play it. My apologies. Isaac, please look at the recipe for the creative mana pool. It's a final item that you can make at the end of the project. I've seen the recipe for the creative mana pool. It's a little bit crazy. I think there's a command for this in FTB utilities. That would be nice. Usually refreshing the in other mod packs, usually refreshing the Mind Tweaker scripts usually works just fine. But apparently that is not the case in this one. It's not working. I'm not quite sure why. It's a little bit annoying, but that's fine. Just gotta wait for it to load back up. Thankfully, it doesn't take too long. Usually, if I'm using this fax resource pack, it's a pretty big resource pack. That one usually takes quite a while. In fact, you know what, guys? I'm gonna take a quick break. So if you want to go get like a snack or go for a toilet break or something, go do that as well. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Okay, here we go. Let me see if this is gonna work. Loading the world. Hopefully it is. If it's not, then, well, we're not making them. We're probably going to use the hardened flux ducts for now, at least. But hopefully it does work. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Does it work? Also, let me know if you can hear me and everything's good in the chat. Is the recipe back? It is. Beautiful. Okay, so we need... Oh, it's gone. Is it done? Or is it just gone? It's done. Okay. All 36 of them are ready to go again. Wow. Alright. Let's go ahead and put those back into there. That should be good to go. I switched apps. Did you answer? Oh, yeah, I will release the fax patch for Infinity 1.10. Yep, I will release that at some point. It's a little... cobbled together right now. I need to like formalize it and then I'll release it so people can use it. But yep, I'll release that soon. Alright, redstone energy flux ducts are done. They just started working now, which I guess is good. Alright, here we go. I love your channel and your vids because you explain everything. I learned a lot from you. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. I'm glad you learn some stuff. Cool. Alright, let's throw you in there. That's not going to be enough redstone, but that's fine. Okay, let's see about getting this hooked up. Also, we should probably preemptively eat here so people don't complain too much about that. There we go. Alright, let's see. So we'll do this and this. These should now all be online. Yeah, they're all online. They're all getting done. But we could do with some speed upgrades. Because like this one, the first hammer here is very, very slow. So let's look at like speeding that up a little bit. We probably don't have... Oh, we got 10 already. Let's have a look at making some more, though. If I type in just speed, upgrade, what else do we need? Oh, we just need some blazing pyrotheum, which I'm fairly certain, or some pyrotheum dust, I should say, that our system can make. Yeah, let's request, like, 100? Yeah, let's go for that. Let's try and get 100 of those, and that's going to allow us to make just a bunch of these. Electrum nuggets, easy stuff. Invar is also fairly easy. Invar, we've got 37. Electrum, we've got 16. I will request some more of both of those, but after... the other stuff's done, because I think they're all going to try and use the... Oh, no, I don't think they're going to use the induction furnace, actually. This one's got some Invar in it already. I'm not quite sure why that ended up in there, but that's fine. Yeah, that should be fine. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and request some more Electrum real quick so we can just go ahead and use those when we want to. Our family sits and watches the vids. We like them. I'm glad you enjoy them. It's it's crazy when I think about people that watch these, that watch the videos. It's weird. I play Minecraft and then people watch it, but hey, if you enjoy it, cause cool stuff. All right, do we have what we need? Electrum, let's make some more nuggets worth, and then do we have enough pyrotheum? We do, we got loads of it. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom. We got 30 more. We need some more Invar. We've got Invar in our inventory. Here we go. Boom, and I guess we should probably like do that and that just to get as many as possible. Pull those out. There we go. A stack of 28 is much more like it. Here we go. So, if we put those in here, do you want to put like a full stack in there? That's draining the power a little bit, but it's actually keeping up fairly nicely. And then those craft up, and then over here we probably want to actually have like a stack in each. That is going to pull the power out, the power usage up quite significantly. Each one's going to be using 540 hour per tick, and right now we are limited to I think 800 hour per tick, which is the bottleneck of the hardened flux ducts. So we are going to have to replace those pretty much now if we want to be able to put more speed upgrades in these. So you know what? Here we go. What did we run out of actually for those speed upgrades? We need to request more pyrotheum. We ran out of Invar. Alright, let's request like 200, maybe more than that? Maybe like 500 Invar? Possibly? Yeah, we'll go for 500 Invar. We've got a lot of iron, right? Yeah, we've got 60,000 iron, and we've got 10,000 ferrous. And how are we doing for pyrotheum? 44? We'll make like 50 more. I think that should be enough. And then Electrum, we're doing fine on Electrum. Okay, cool stuff. Alright, I think 20 redstone flux ducts might be enough to make this happen. I guess theoretically we only need to go from there. We can leave this bottom bit as is. So let's see about doing this. We should probably look into getting some kind of magnet because losing all this stuff is, well, not too big of a deal because they're not going to get used, I don't think, in the future. We don't really necessarily need more hardened flux ducts anyway. We'll probably be using redstone flux ducts from now on. We shouldn't really be throwing them into the void. They might be useful in crafting recipes and stuff later on down the line. But there we go. That's done. Let's just pick you back up. And then let's go and see about getting the rest of those speed upgrades and getting this thing as fast as it could possibly be. What's the item that you can use and it just replaces blocks? I think it's from Ender.io. I'm not quite sure. There's a wand of equal trade from Thorncraft, which allows you to replace all of a block, but I'm not quite sure. Are you talking like replacing hardened flux ducts with resonant flux ducts? That'd be cool. We still haven't had a Halloween yet. No time for Christmas. Christmas is coming, though. I've already seen, like, Christmas stuff being stolen in shops and whatnot. So, you know, people are gearing up for Christmas. Although, Halloween is very soon. I would need more Electrum nuggets. End of this month, isn't it? Resonant Exchanger. Oh, yeah, I have seen that, actually. I should probably look into that. If it can replace these those flux ducts, that would be very nice, because that would save us having to do all the stuff that I just did. But here we go. Let's grab like another stack of those. I think that might be enough. So if we put like the rest of those in there, yeah, that's more than enough. We'll put like those in there, and then I guess we can just like put the rest in here. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So that's gonna go down. That's gonna run all the way down to the end here, and that should. Why is that not? Oh, it's got. Don't know how that ended up in there, but that should pump that out into... Oh, we don't need to crush this. We just need to... Oh, no, we do need to hammer it. Wait. Yeah. What is this? Oh, so that works, but this... This can't be hammered again. Okay. In that case, our system is somewhat flawed. We might have to get... maybe like some retrieval nodes? I can imagine Nick playing this, he would just leave. If you want to imagine Nick playing this, we've got a series on his channel where we play Project Ozone 2 Titan mode, which is kind of like this. I think we made it like 7 episodes in before we switched it back to normal mode, because it was just not happening. The audio randomly stopped. Is it still this audio, or is it still working, this whole live streaming on the internet thing? You need a filter for the platinum into a bin. You want me to bin the platinum? I don't think we necessarily need to bin the platinum, although as soon as you said that, I am now on your side and I'm going to bin the platinum because we've got enough platinum. All right. I was against it for a second, but yeah, I'm definitely for it now. So you know what? Trash can. Here we go. We're going to just pull out the we don't have a trash can. Let me get a trash can. We're just going to void that platinum. We don't necessarily need it. Let me get some stone. Where is stone at? It is over here. We'll request one of those. And we'll also request a chest. Here we go. And we'll just make a trash can. Not 1,000 chests. Jeez. We can still hear you. Cool. Isaac, a tip for Sky Factory 2.5. For your draconic armor, you won't need the shield. The only thing which allows you to be alive is the last stand, which is a lot of energy. Also, you don't need 6 draconic capacitors. You only need to upgrade the energy storage. My armor can hold 90 million redstone flux. Oh, okay, so we just need to get last stand and upgrade that. Okay, cool. I'll bear that in mind. That was the fastest mind change I've ever seen. Yeah, I was not going to get rid of it, but then we've got like 10,000 of it, or 5,000 of it, which, I mean, 5,000, 10,000, what's the difference? Here we go. We're just gonna fight it. We probably need another transfer node here. Stone and a chest. Exact same stuff. You know what? Let's just get like 1,000 stone. And you know what? Let's also, I know I just didn't do it, but let's get like 500 chests. There we go. Easy. How much wood do we have? We're gonna have to set up some kind of new oak farm because this has stopped working now. So we're not actually producing any kind of oak. So we're gonna have to look into doing that at some point in the future. You don't need to get it. It's only, oh, you only need a lot of energy. Okay. Can I get a shout out? Grovfjord? Shout out to you, my man. Apologies if I almost certainly pronounced your name wrong. It was not intentional. Oh, we just requested chests, didn't we? So we can just do this. None of the chests are done? What? Oh, it's crafting all the planks first. Okay. Alright, well, that's probably going to take a while. So, you know what? Let's just do it by hand, I guess. We'll take... Oh, these, you only get 2 per plank, don't you? You don't get 4. Okay, that's fine. Boom, boom, and boom. Beautiful. Okay, now we got all that stuff. Let's do... yeah, let's just do, like, another one here, and then we'll use the 2 filters. One of them will be for broken platinum, one for draconium. Platinum, draconium. Draconium's gonna go this way. Platinum is gonna go this way, directly into a trash can. Oh no! 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 Oh, god damn it! Well, I mean, what the heck? All right. Well, I'm pretty sure we probably just voided a little bit of draconium there, but that didn't really work. Ugh, let's try that again. Chest and transfer node. Here we go. Let me try this one more time. So we want to put... I don't need another transfer node. Why did I... You know, it's getting late, guys. My head is frazzled. We need a trash can, not a transfer node. Trash can. Here we go. Let's grab you. Grab that. We need another chest, which we're making in bulk, but we're making so many of them that it's taking forever to make. So we have to instead get oak wood and then use that oak wood to make our own normal chest, to then use that chest to make another trash can. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Here we go. So we'll put it like here. Yeah, brilliant. All right, that's not good. Why is that not going... Oh, don't crash on me. Okay. That's fine. Okay, we don't want any of this. That's all going to be trashed soon. That should be going into there. Do we need speed upgrades on this thing to make it go a little faster? Like, do we need something like that? To just, like, turbo... There we go. That's more like it. Okay, we'll get rid of the platinum. We'll get rid of platinum. And we'll get rid of... There's no platinum. Okay. I think we have gotten rid of the platinum in our system. Let me quickly just kind of void this. We could put it in the AE system, but I don't want to clog things up. We've got to be careful not to get rid of our rapier or anything like that. There we go. Beautiful. Cool. Alright, so that's doing that. Everything looks like it's going pretty well. We might want to get some more speed upgrades in this one as well, so we can get those moving faster. You know what? We'll kind of split these up. We'll put 24 in there. And we'll put like 25 in there so those can get quickly moved over to that. And then we should probably get some like in here as well, I guess. You know what? Let's put like 19 in there and then like that, maybe 18 in there and then 12 in the last one. Sure. We did back this up, so we'll take that out and we'll put those in there. That's going to get those moving quickly over. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. So now all we need to do is actually go ahead and import, which means that I am going to have to move the torch here. So let me go ahead and do that. Let's get rid of this. Let's put that down. Can we put it down like on these flux ducts? No, I guess we can put it down like on the front. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so now all we need is an import bus, connect it up to the pipes, connect it up to the AE system, and we should be good to go. Second last, have we got like, is there some stuff stuck or did I get it? There's a bit of a delay on the chat and what I'm seeing, so people are saying stuff that I have already fixed, but I also might have missed something. Get out of here. There we go. I should probably put like some quotes on this or something to make it a little bit, make it hit a little bit harder so we can do some more damage. But for now, I just need an import bus. Do we have one already? Import bus, we do. We'll take that. We'll also take some ME glass cable. We're going to need a little bit more of that, but that's fine. ME glass cable. Here we go. Boom and boom. 4. We got 10. I don't quite think that 10's going to be enough. Thankfully, we did make some of the not the right stuff. All right, we need some more surge quartz dust. Here we go. We'll make like 300. That should be more than enough. You can farm draconium faster than this system if you break a meteorite. Where? Exactly. Yeah, the platinum is stuck there. Do we have some platinum stuck still? I will check in a second. Hold on. Let me make some more of these and more of these and boom. Okay, 46. Much, much better. Do we still have platinum being stuck? People said second to last. Is that one? That one's not. That one's not. Nope. I don't think we've got any platinum in here now. I think we're all... Yeah, no, it looks like we're all good at this point. Cool. So now all we need to do is throw down an import bus right about there and then hook that up to some kind of cable that we have. Let's see. Where is the closest? I think it'll be like just round here. Yeah, we'll probably just do something like this and hope that it works because the AE system's been a little bit fickle these days. It's not playing the nicest. It doesn't look the best either, I'm not gonna lie. At some point we should probably look into to organizing our cable situation, but that should turn on. I'm pretty sure that we've got enough channels for it. 29 out of 32. Yeah, we're getting close, but we're pretty good. Did you ever fix the channel problem? I did not. That's working fine. There we go. Okay, we could do with some acceleration cards though to make this go as fast as possible. There we go, beautiful. We should probably also upgrade this as well to a higher tier furnace and get it going also pretty quick. No, I didn't. I ended up moving my, oh gosh. The inscribers are still there. Has it moved my, is that like my chunk loading? F3A. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but we've got, these are inscribers. They were looking fine earlier, now they're looking a little iffy, but I ended up just moving the inscribers over to here. And I actually ended up not using really any ME stuff. I've got this one interface here, but that's about it. I got rid of all of the export and import buses that used to be over there. This was just not working. I don't know why. There was still an issue with that, like channels not being able to come past this point. Not quite sure why. I can work it if I go back and around, like these all work now, but I have no idea what was up with that. It just wasn't working. I'm not quite sure why. But anyway, that is now done. We are getting draconium pumped into the system, and not the fastest right now. I'm tempted to speed up this furnace, but actually, I don't know if we're going to need to, because although we've got a big surge of draconium now, the actual rate at which we're getting draconium, as you can see, is pretty slow. You know, like we're getting, every so often it's sifting some endstone, but it's not like rapidly fast. I think it's probably fast enough to keep up with it. So once it's burned through this big old backlog of draconium that we've got, which granted might take a while, but you know what, we could just like take all of this and smelt it up in our own faster furnaces up here, because after that I don't think that having a faster furnace is going to matter too much. Obviously at some point in the future we will do that. How many more stone do we need? 20. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Sound's gone for me. If the sound goes, I will just type it into chat here. Try refreshing. Let me know if the sound's gone for anybody else. It shouldn't. But someone said the sound went for them earlier. It didn't really work. Let me know if it's doing the same for anybody else. Someone tried the uptime. I think it's like stream start is the command. Yes, I've been up for 2 hours and 13 minutes. There you go. I have not yet automated blood magic. No. Okay. Also, we've got some crushed draconium in our inventory that I guess we can go ahead and throw into whichever one of these it needs to be in. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. So we'll put you, and you in there. And I guess we can just go ahead and throw like this in there as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, we can still hear you. It's all good. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, if the sound goes for anybody, just try refreshing. It should probably fix itself fairly easily. There shouldn't really be any need for it to stop. While the delay is massive, yeah, the delay is pretty big. Not much I can do about it though. It's as low as I'm just streaming to Twitch. I think it's the encoding options because we've got the quality options. It's taking Twitch is just taking a little bit more time to process it, which is why the delay is kind of getting there. But here we go. We'll drop all of those in. Nice and quick. There we go. Okay, so now we've got all of the draconium. We've got draconium coming in somewhat slowly. We can't really automate. We can't like automate requests for draconium like we have with Man of Steel and with Thaumium. We can, however, go to sleep because it's raining and I want to get rid of the rain. But all we need to do now is get the nether stars. That's kind of the last thing that we need in order for this to work. Like if we type in draconic evolution again. Now, if we want to get ourselves the wyvern cores, we've automated almost everything here. I say that. Let me quickly automate these draconic cores. There we go. Encode. And we'll just stick that into any one of our interfaces over here. The molecular assembler interfaces. We'll plonk that in right about there. Good to go. You should go into settings on Twitch and click the reduce stream delay button. I think I have, actually. I think I'm running on reduced stream delay, believe it or not. I will check for you really quick, but I'm pretty sure that I am on reduced stream delay. I think this is just like how it is. Yeah, I'm in the reduced stream delay beta. It's just pretty slow. So now that is done, the only thing left to do is a little bit of blood magic, I think. So if we come over here, I messed up the recipe. Did I? Did I? Oh, I totally did. I made it equal to a thaumium ingot. Let me go to crafting mode, and we'll try that again real quick. Thank you for pointing that out. Wrong one again. We want that one. Encode. There we go. Okay. Thank you, chat. That is now fixed. Kapow. Okay, so now that's done. All we need to actually get the whole thing automated is nether stars. And I think, like I said before, I'm gonna go for this in order to try and do that. I'm gonna try and go with the blood magic route because it's just. Is it easier? Probably. If we want to farm withers, we need like grinder, which looks interesting. Mana dust isn't too bad. We just need some mana infused metal, which isn't too bad to get. We could do with that, but I guess we could probably work with a bit of blood magic. We haven't done that in a while. Oh, someone in chat pointed out, yeah, in Sky Factory 2.5 you can right-click on the experience tank. The thing with Sky Factory 2.5, people leave comments about stuff, but because Nick and I have recorded them so far in advance, like especially this recent batch of Sky Factory 2.5, Nick and I recorded them like 3 weeks ago. We just mass recorded a bunch of them, and they've been trickling out, and so people will tell me how to do stuff, and then I'll do it again in the series after they've already told me, but that's just because I haven't seen your comments yet at the time we recorded it. So if that happens in Sky Factory 2.5, it's not because I'm ignoring you or because we don't read the comments. We do. It's just because we record them in bulk as opposed to some of my other series, which I don't. So we need another interface here. We need to put one of those. Actually, though, before I do that, yeah, I should probably move this and set up some automated blood magic-y stuff, right? Because, what we're going to do, we're going to put an interface on top of this hopper, and, so the problem with this, you can automate the blood altar. Like, I've kind of done it a bit here. You can see that I've been making slates, and so all I've done is I've grabbed some arcane stone blocks, which you use to make these blank slates, and if you put in, like, an arcane stone block, it will go into there, it will take its time, it'll do its thing. I don't know if we have enough life points in there, but we can get them fairly easily if I grab this golden apple here and just kind of... oh no, it did it. Yeah, it didn't. So it pulls it out once it's done. This server is set to whitelist to pull out blank slates, and so it's all fine. But the problem is that if you put in 43 arcane stone blocks, it will put all 43 into the altar, and then it's not going to actually craft until they're all done. But I think that I can figure out a way to do this. So my thinking here, I'm just going to use the slates as an example, because obviously if we requested like 100 draconic cores or even like 10 draconic cores, it would put. Can you catch the wither in the safari net in this pack? No, I do not believe you can. Oh, you can't use it in the altar spawner anyway. But what's going to happen is if we request 10 of those cores, it's going to go and put in 10 of the nether stars, and then it's going to want to have like 200,000 life points in order to do that. Hyper rationing pipes? You know, the chat always coming up with ideas that are so much simpler than mine. You know, I was going to get a timer, and I was going to like figure out how long it took for the blood altar to work through 20,000 life points, and I was going to do all this stuff, but you know what? Fine, we'll use hyper rationing pipes. We'll take 6 of those, do 1 of those, and I think all we got to do is like put a transfer node down and then just it'll only pull out 1 at a time, right? Okay, like if I do like this, and I guess actually this, and we say that the chest, let me grab a chest again real quick. I'm sure, is it still requesting chests? It is, we'll cancel that one. This one it's getting there, it's almost done. Okay, well, that's almost done. Jeez. Chat for the win. Chat's pretty good. Okay, here we go. Let's grab 8 of those. Let's get our own chest, I guess, because the other one, the 1,000 chests or whatever it was that we just requested is on its way. And now I believe if we do this, and then this, and then this, does that work as I want it to? Yes? I think it does. I don't need these here. But I was getting a little worried then because it's pulling out of the chest. But I think what it's doing, it's pulling them out of the chest and it's just storing them in here. And so what's going to happen if I take these out? Yeah, so you can see now that it's not putting them in. The rationing pipe only allows 1 in at a time. That is genius, chat. So all we got to do now is like put an interface on top of this chest so that it sends the uncharged nether star. Obviously, we'll teach our system how to craft those uncharged nether stars, and then once it's crafted those uncharged nether stars, it's going to send it over to a chest like that. It's going to get pipe drowned, put it in there. If it sends 10, it's going to send 10, but it's only going to put 1 at a time in, and then on this side, we just have a whitelist that whitelists actual nether stars that then gets pulled out, and it's all done. Yeah, that's the problem with the internet. They make it so you can't have fun explaining stuff you don't know about. Yeah. Use the acceleration card in the molecular assemblers. We should probably speed those up, I guess. I don't know if they are as fast as they can be. Let's have a look, though. Let's get some more acceleration cards if we can. What am I missing there? I'm missing calculation processor. Thank you, fully. I can now request those. Let's go with, like, 20. No, let's not. One thing I did want to automate that I haven't done yet is these. I want to automate the pure Certus Quartz crystals. So for those, I kind of set it up a little bit over here. You need to drop Certus Quartz seeds into the water and then wait. And it should be actually fairly easy to do. All we need to do is get like another open crate from Britannia would work, or a dropper or anything like that. But if we grab some living wood planks, get a dropper, like, if I can get enough living wood planks. Here we go. We'll get 4 more of those. And then if we do something like that, that's going to get us into the open crate. We put the open crate above the water, and essentially we do the exact same thing that we did with the thing before it. All we got to do is put that like there. If we put a vacuum chest nearby and then pump that back around, that should be fine. We don't have AE2 stuff installed. The amount of people who have told me to use AE2 stuffs to automate all this stuff, we do not have the AE2 stuffs mod installed, so we can't do that. Unfortunately, it would be a lot easier to make it happen if we did, but unfortunately, we do not. So, instead, we're going to have to grab an interface. We are missing an annihilation core, but that's fine. They're fairly easy to make. And then, again, let's also grab ourselves a vacuum chest from Ender.io, which requires one of these crystals, which we should just be able to make. We can, thankfully. If we want to make another one, though, we are going to need some signalum ingots. It looks like our chests are done. It is. We now have 300 chests, which is good. So now, if we just do this and this, that should be pretty much it. Of course, we are going to need to get another one of the item filters and set the bottom filter there to Certus Quartz crystals. But once that's done, we're good. We're pretty good. So we'll take that. We do need to get some Certus Quartz crystals, which we do not have yet. So we should probably teach our system how to make the Certus Quartz seeds so they can send them to there. Let's have a look here. Certus. So let's go ahead and teach it how to make those. We'll also grab some as well. We'll throw that into one of our molecular assemblers. And then all we got to do is come on down here. I can't put that in there. Can I throw those in, do you reckon? Can I get them in there? Oh, they went in there. Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to filter. For now, I'll filter like arcane blocks just so that it doesn't pick any of those up. Both those made it in there. They shouldn't take too long. These are currently online, so that shouldn't take too long for those to craft up. But then that should be good. You're out of channels and use villagers for life points. I don't think we're out of channels. You can see here, there's still got 10 left. So adding that there should be fine. We've got a bunch of P2P tunnels connecting up to our controller over here, so we are kind of utilizing as much of this as possible, so we seem to be good for channels for now, but villagers is definitely a good idea. All we need to do is get probably another auto spawner and get villagers spawning in the underneath the altar with the Well of Suffering. We're gonna have to move the altar to somewhere because right now it's like directly above our Britannia stuff, so that wouldn't really work, but yeah, villagers are a good shout. How long are these gonna take? Probably a little while. These look like they're offline, don't they? They're not like glowing like they normally do. Isaac, how do P2P tunnels work? Basically, they transfer your channels. So right here, I've got one here and one here. And basically what this is doing is it's taking in all of those 32 channels and then allowing them to come kind of back out over here, if that makes sense. So over here, this is where those 32 channels are being used. It basically allows you to move the controller. So imagine that this dense cable here was just touching the controller. That's basically what it's doing. So right here, these 32 channels, you can see at the top there in Whaler, we're using 29 out of 32. Those 32 are the 32 from this side of the controller. And then this side of the controller is connected to the 32 that are coming out over here. So you've got another P2P tunnel, which is being used for all this stuff along here. And you can see right now, we're using all 32 out of 32 on this line, but that line's finished. There's nothing else going on that line. This line is fine for now. It's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully it makes. Someone says they are offline. It says online at the top, though. No, they're definitely online. They're 96% through. They are definitely online. They're almost done. And they're done. So if I go like down, there we go. Okay, so now what we got to do, take that away, filter those, and we should be pretty much good to go. All we got to do now, come into here, grab 2 more of those, get another recipe going, and teach our system that you can turn seeds into crystals if you send those seeds down into the open crate. Easy. So we'll throw that in there, and then probably right away I'll just request like a bunch of those, like maybe 50, So he's going to send 50 seeds. Oh, look at that. Little poops coming out of the open crate. Beautiful. Then once that's done, they're all going to get picked up by the chest, and it should be good. What does P2P stand for? Point to point? Maybe? I have actually no idea. That is a complete guess. Isaac explains P2P tunnels and/or subnetworks daily. It's true. A lot of people do ask about P2P tunnels and subnetworks, and you kind of have to explain them when you're using them, though, and I do use them all the time when you're using channels, because you kind of have to get a lot of channels going, like these subnetworks here. You think I'd be better to it. Peer-to-peer, that also probably makes a lot more sense. Okay, so we've got that. We've automated that. That does mean that we should now be able to make the acceleration cards that we were going to make, which required the calculation processes. So, calculation process, let's go ahead and request like 20 of those. No, let's not do that yet. Because we should probably, it's just going to request more pure Certus Quartz crystals, which we've already done. So there's no point doing that just yet. What we need to do now is this stuff. Isaac, can you make Sky Factory Infinity Evolved Skyblock vids and post them to YouTube? Sky Factory Infinity Evolved Skyblock vids? What? If you're talking about this mod pack, I don't know. The only thing with this mod pack is that it's pretty grindy, and so getting anything done kind of fits more with the Twitch style. It's a little bit more laid back, you know, it's not, there's no jump cuts in it, there's no cutting away to do all, like, the grindy stuff. And so with the YouTube videos, they take hours to make and end up being super long because there's so much stuff to do in terms of making things. And in fairness, we haven't got a whole lot done during this 2.5-hour stream that we've done so far. We've almost got to the point where we can make the Draconic cores. Like, almost got to the point where we can automate these Wyvern cores. Almost. Put quartz and redstone on a tool. P2P equals point to point to somebody. Someone said point to pointless. Someone said, I'm glad I didn't play without, play before 1.6. I can't imagine without AE. It wasn't too bad. I mean, it was pretty bad. Applied Logistics was it in prior to 1.6? I think it might have been in 1.5.1. Maybe, because I remember playing Tekkit in 1.5.1. Someone said pen to pineapple. That could be it, although I doubt it. It's entirely possible. But now, we should get into this altar. So, we need to set up the Well of Suffering. Let me quickly Google this. Let me get the wiki open here. Well of Suffering. Just so I can see how many runes and stuff we need to get this going. Let's have a look. The Well of Suffering requires 36 ritual stones. So right now, I think we've got 24 over here. Oh gosh, hello. Darkness, my old friend. Get out of here. There we go. Alright, let's pick all these up. They are going to turn back into normal ritual stones, which is just what we want. Thankfully, we made the Ritual Diviner before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in packs before 1.6. I didn't play too many. I didn't play any 1.4.7. I kind of jumped straight from 1.2.5 with Tekkit Classic up to 1.5.1 or 1.5.2 with the new Tekkit for 1.5.2. Someone says, no, AE1 is for 1.6.4. I'm fairly certain that it might have been in previous versions, although I might be wrong. I'm just also kind of guessing. But I'm pretty sure it was. But then again, there was also a Tekkit version for 1.6.4, so I might be thinking of that. Anyway, we've got 24 of these. We need 36. We need 12 more. Ooh, okay, so we need 3 more of those, which means we need like 12 more of these. Okay, that's fine. So, let's first of all eat so we can move pretty quick. I'm hyped for AE for 1.10. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for Applied Energistics coming to 1.10. It's going to be good. Let's grab the 12 more of those that we need. I guess we can just put those into there. We're going to change this whitelist up in a second. Let me get that out. Let me put those in there. Then I've got my thing. Let's just quickly grab some golden apples, and then we can just do something like this. More of the high-octane grinding that you miss when you watch the YouTube videos is me standing and clicking the right click button with the sacrificial dagger into this thing. Is that not working, or did I not? Hello? What did I? Oh, it's because this thing's set up wrong. Okay. I'll whitelist like those for now. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Okay. Okay. So that shouldn't take too long. I should probably turn, like, my animations on. Is it particles? I've got most of them turned off just to make it run a little bit nicer. Is it confirmed that AE2 will be ported to 1.10? As confirmed as it can be, I guess. There was, I was looking in the conversation for the Feed the Beast stream team the other day, and there is, like, a public post. Whoever's porting it's, like, 54% through. They've ported most of the stuff, so it is supposed to be coming to 1.10, yeah. It's supposed to be on its way. Okay, let's take that out. Let's whitelist those, and now we just need to get through 12 of these. No, it's confirmed, Isaac will. I know it's confirmed, but it's not really confirmed until it's done. You know, the person who's porting it could, like, stop porting it, or, you know, just something could happen to that person. That's the only reason why I said it might not be ported. But for all mods like 1.9, yeah, refined storage is in there, but refined storage is a little bit limited. A little more limited than applied energistics. It's not a bad mod, it's just not as good, really. Oh, I died. That's not good. That means I gotta wait 5 minutes for sulfurate. No. Oh, that's what happens when you read the Twitch chat whilst trying to draw blood. Oh gosh. All right. What else do we need for that then? Ritual stones. What else do we need? Obsidian and we literally nothing. We've got a bunch of obsidian already. I think. Yeah, I've got 560 obsidian, so that's all fine. Logistics pipe, I believe, is also being ported to 1.10. I saw them I saw the Feed the Beast team talking about adding that to Feed the Beast Infinity at some point for 1.10. So I assume that that is also being ported by somebody, as well as Buildcraft as well. Hashtag blame Twitch chat. Yeah. Okay. So we got 4. We're going to have to make some, but that's not quite going to work. So I'm thinking here that what I'm probably going to do is take this all down, this altar, move it up on top of here. We're going to set up the Well of Suffering just above this spawner, because if we go inside of this thing, there are a lot of mobs that are obviously just kind of chilling around, because they've got to walk all the way to... I'm going to die. No, I'm not. I'm a genius. I'm a madman. I'm out. Okay, so there were a lot of mobs. There were a lot of mobs that are just kind of chilling around in there. And so if we put the Well of Suffering on top of that, and then the altar on top of that Well of Suffering, that's going to allow the Well of Suffering to kill those mobs and add life points to the Blood Altar from those mobs. What I'll probably also do, like somebody mentioned in the Twitch chat, is put another auto spawner inside of this with villagers in there. If we can get a villager from somewhere, we'll try and do that. And we'll try and get a villager spawner going so we can get a bunch of villagers killed, because villagers give you more life points from the Well of Suffering than normal mobs do. So that would be the best. Rotorcraft for 1.10. I haven't played with Rotorcraft in a while. Isaac, when does Infinity Evolved come out for 1.10 for everybody? I have no idea. I'm not developing the pack. I believe sometime towards the end of this month should be the case. You say Infinity Evolved, it's base Infinity. I believe the Feed the Beast team are planning on bringing out a different version of Infinity. Like, they're going to bring out Infinity, and then they're going to bring out Infinity Evolved, just like they did with 1.7. So, Isaac, go and cough somewhere else. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry for the coughing. Have I got Soulfray still? Yeah, 2 minutes. But yeah, so I believe it's coming towards the end of this month, but don't quote me on that. I'm not making it. They'll release it when they feel that it's done. You know, right now they're still adding mods in, they're still taking mods out, they're still updating mods and patching things that go wrong. You know, they're still counting on the testers to test things out and make sure that everything is running well. So it'll be out when it's out, but I believe the end of this month, or sometime this month, should be when it's released. So at this point, I'm kind of just waiting for this. You know, I'm just waiting for this sulfurate timer to tick down, because we've got everything else. All we got to do now is get the 12 reinforced slates. Once we've got those 12 reinforced slates, we can make the remaining 12 ritual stones. Once we've got those ritual stones, we can put the master ritual stone down in the middle up here and then build the Well of Suffering around it. And then, drinking milk gets rid of sulfur. I don't know if that works in this pack. I don't think it does. No, that's not milk. I'm pretty sure I've tried it. I'm also fairly certain that it doesn't work anymore. I will try with both a bucket and both with a bottle. Let's see. Milk and milk. Does that work? No? Okay. Yeah, I can't drink this milk. I can't right-click with it, and I can just put it down. Don't be getting out of here, guys. I can't milk them. Ooh, okay, well, get out of here. Also, I'm not quite sure what happened to our... Apologies. I'm not quite sure what happened to our farms here. We got the chickens, cows, sheep, and then our pig farm didn't really turn out all too well. Gonna be honest. Yep, it doesn't work. You can drink the milk, but it doesn't work. Unfortunately. It's alright, we've got 21 seconds left, and then we can continue. Whilst we're waiting for that time, I'm going to craft up some more applesauce, because we are running a little bit low here. We should have a pot somewhere inside of our system. We do. Craft that up with our surplus of 14,000 apples, and we're good to go. I'll take that back, I'll get rid of those. There we go. Isaac, what can I use the weird upside down liquid for? Are you talking about energized glowstone? I have no idea. I mean, I guess you could maybe use it for like an inverted mob spawner. Like if you had your mob spawn in a big room like that, like far down, because they have to be 24 blocks away. So if you had like a big old room quite far down, and then you had them pushed to the middle, and in the middle you had that liquid pushing them up, so they got pushed up the tube with that flowing up liquid, and then at the top they got killed. Maybe. Just off the top of my head, I have no idea. All right, let's try this again. Let's try and not die this time though. So was it good for lighting? Yeah, you can put them like in. I see a lot of people putting them like behind glass and using them to light big rooms and stuff. Yeah, yeah, Way of Time did disable the milking thing. Yeah, it is a little bit, I would say cheaty. I don't know. I guess it is kind of cheaty because you can just kind of spam. Although I don't know. Yeah, it's a little cheaty if you can drink the milk, isn't it? Because it's very easy to get milk and then, you know, just kind of spam and then die and then spam and then die. And the whole point is you're supposed to build up with blood magic. We should really look into replacing some of these runes because these are horribly basic runes. We should look into getting some runes of capacity, runes of speed, dislocation, all that kind of stuff, so we can actually start to make things faster and store more blood in here and not have to grind so hard on blood magic. But we'll get there in time. For now, we just need to move this thing up on top of the spawner there, which we will do hopefully soon. Let's make sure we don't die again. G-Fowl says, I use the glowstone for decoration, but you can use it for crafting. Yeah, there are a lot of crafting recipes that do require the energized glowstone, especially in mod packs like this where they change the recipes. No, I mean, type in bucket, and there'll be an upside down bucket. Really? Oh, you mean like this one? That one's the energized glowstone that I was talking about. Are you talking about Zephyri, this one? Are you talking about this one? I don't think this has any use. Yeah, there were some items, like, Thermal Expansion adds some stuff, kind of like Blazing Pyrotheum, but it adds like extra powders that don't have any intrinsic use, like this Petrotheum, and also the Mana Dust and stuff. By default, they don't have any use, but with mod packs like this, the Feed the Beast team give them uses. So I guess that bucket's just, it doesn't do anything. The Z thing, you just don't make it, don't use it. That's the answer. Oh, I've got the last one in my inventory. Cool. All right, let's take that. Let's head on back over, and we should be fairly easily able to make some more of these ritual stones. Here we go. Let's take 12 of those. There we go. Boom. Now we got 36, so let's see about setting this up. We do need our ritual diviner, which is this guy over here, and if we fly on up, I believe that the ritual or the Well of Suffering, where's the sensor? It's like right there? Maybe it's like right there, I think. The Well of Suffering, I believe, does place blocks above and below the ritual stones. I think we have to put the ritual stone a little bit higher up than usual, like right about there. And then we're going to right click with the ritual diviner, or shift right click until we get to the Well of Suffering. And then, yeah, we can just do this. And that's not finished. Oh, I might have to go one more up, actually. Let's see. It goes, actually, I don't know. Get rid of this and this. It looks like it shouldn't go further down than that. Do I have to just right-click again? Oh, I've changed the ritual now. Where is the Well of Suffering? There were so many rituals. There it is. Why is that stopped? I have no idea. Let me try that again. Let me try getting rid of this stuff. Let me try putting that back down again. We'll put you back there, just for reference of where the middle is. Let me try getting rid of these. Let me try that again, though, because that should, I think, have worked. I'll put this here. I'll get rid of these two first, just in case that's what's causing it. Oh, shift left click to go back. You don't have to cycle. Okay, that's good to know. Huh, why does that stop? I'm looking at the ritual. Oh, we don't have a good enough... Oh, someone's saying it's the torches, but I don't think we have a good enough diviner. I think we need this diviner, because I think two of these are black. I see some of the black things. I think we need to upgrade this. I think that's the issue, not anything else. I think we're missing colors, I believe, is the issue here. So we need two of those slates, which are the tier 4 ones, and yeah, then we need also 2 blocks of coal. Ah, okay, yeah, I think that's the problem. I believe that to be the problem. Let's see here. Let's grab some coal. Let's grab 2 blocks worth of the stuff. We got a lot of coal as well. 30,000. Nice. We'll take 2 blocks of those. What do we need? How many life points are we talking about? 2,000 is not too bad. Yeah, there were a bit of bunch of odds for a while, actually, GFL. Like, they just add extra colors and stuff, so you can make higher tier stuff. So this should be fairly straightforward. I swear you can manually place it, but... I swear you can manually place it, though. You can, but you still have to color the blocks. And so, if I wanted to manually place it, I would still need the this inscription tool. Which, you know what, I might just do that. Like, I might... but I don't know if that... You know what, let me try something here. If we were to put down these, I can't kind of get the perspective. I think these go diagonally. So I think they go like here, and then that one would be black. See, I have used that one now, so I don't think I can use it in crafting, but I think it goes there, there, over here, and then finally in the other corner as well. And then after that, I might be able to continue right-clicking with the normal well of this ritual diviner. If not, we might be in a bit of an issue or a bit of a sticky situation. Oh yeah, look, that's colored again. Oh, there we go. Yep, it's done. Oh, yep, it's done. Fantastic. Okay, brilliant. So we don't need to upgrade the thing. We could have made the upgraded version, and then it would have done it all without us having to do that manually. But it still works. You know, it's done. So now, if we put the blood altar on top, the ritual, the well of suffering does work in quite a large area. Let me quickly check the wiki here. What is the area that it works in? So it says the well of suffering does 1 point of damage to every entity within a 10 by 10 by 10 area centered on the master ritual stone. So 10 blocks down, 10 blocks in every direction. So you should be able to get these guys down here fairly easily. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so you can go all the way out to the edge of this thing here, and it should be able to get all of those. I can go 10 blocks up and down for the altar as well, so we can put the altar quite high up. We're probably just going to put it, though, like, just above this block here, so just a little bit higher. But, yeah. So... Let's get rid of this. Someone said just upgrade it because we'll need it in the future. I don't know how many rituals we're going to do in the future. We probably will need it, but I don't want to have to wait around for the thing. I don't have to wait around for the slates. They're going to take a while. Our altar's pretty slow. I would rather... I'll do that once we've upgraded some of these runes and made our stuff a little bit better. For now, let's just start getting rid of this stuff. We should have really made like a shiny hatchet earlier on in today's stream, because when we got to break stuff like chests, it takes a little while. Fun fact, you can build the structure of the blood altar upside down. Do that, Isaac. What? Oh, you can put, like, the rings above the blood altar? Does that work? I mean, I don't. Probably won't. But that'd be cool if you could do that. Okay. So, we are going to have to get some more glass. You don't have to use glass, but we're probably going to use glass. Also, we have a big space over here that's going to be almost entirely useless. We can probably find something to put over here, though. But we'll get rid of all this stuff. Really, all we need is the glowstone, which I guess we can remake, because as soon as we break that glowstone, it's going to go away anyway. So let's just grab the large bloodstone bricks that make out this outer edge here, and then let's go see about upgrading that altar. Now, we should probably look to future-proof a little bit, because if we're going to build like a tier 5 or even a tier 6 altar, I don't know what happened to my voice there, a tier 6 altar, if we're going to build a tier 5 or tier 6 altar, we probably want to leave like a few blocks of space underneath the altar so we can build out for that, so we don't have to move the whole thing up later on down the line. That should probably be what we do. I really kind of wish that we could get through this hole, but then also that vein miner was in this pack so that I didn't have to do all of this by hand, but that's fine. I should get the magnet. Yeah. I know I said it earlier, but we should definitely get a magnet. Here we go. Look at all this mana. So much mana. Alright. Is that all of them? I think that is all of them. We got 54. I think it's 55, though. Yeah? Yeah, it's right there. Can I? Oh, it's falling. That's why. There we go. Alright, 55. Beautiful. So, I'm going to leave like a couple of blocks. Oh, my goodness. We need torches. We need torches. Let me see here. Torch. Yeah, we're out of wireless range. What? Nice voice crack. Thanks. Torches. Here we go. Let's go ahead and throw these down around here so these guys stop fudging around. Hopefully this doesn't cause any issues. I don't think it will, but it might. I don't think it will. Okay. So, I don't know why we're using arcane stone blocks as the resource for which to build this, but that's fine. So, let's see about getting this thing back up and running. So I'm just going to again quickly go to the wiki, pull up Blood Altar, tier 4, there we go. Alright. So this is how big? It's like 14 by 14 or something like that? 11 by 11 by 6. Okay, so the center is of course going to be over here. Actually, we should probably just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's a tier 4 altar, and then like 1, 2, 3. If we put it like there, that's real high up. That should still be able to access it. You know what? I'll move it down by like 1. It should still be able to access the Well of Suffering, because that can reach 10 by 10 by 10. So it can go 10 blocks upwards from itself. So putting that there should be fine. All we gotta do now is just fight through hell, which is all of these mobs. Get out of my face. If we kill all of these, that's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, let's get rid of all this stuff. Did you know that you can right-click Living Rock on the runic altar and it will go perfectly in the middle? I did not know that, no. Does that serve any purpose, or is it just a fun fact? Okay, get rid of all that stuff. So now, I guess actually we can probably just build around this. It's probably easier to build outwards than it is to build bottom up, build top down. So we'll just go around. We do want to make sure we put torches on these as well, otherwise we're going to get mobs everywhere. So we'll also do that. And then we need to go down and out one. So let me get these out. So we need to go down one and out one. And then I believe the next ones go here. So I think it's 1, 2, and then like 1, 2. And then you go around the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then corner. You do want to get rid of the ones in the corner. They're not necessary. So we'll get rid of this one. Again, should have the magnet. And that one. I don't know why, but every so often the jetpack just suddenly stops making noises. Not quite sure why. It's gone, like, eerily quiet now, but that's fine. So we'll put those there. Is that right? No, that's not right. It wants to be one up. It wants to be here. Ugh, you know when you make mistakes. That feeling when you make mistakes. Here we go. We want it around here. And now we got to go and get rid of all the other ones, which is the biggest issue of them all. Here we go. Okay. Also works for the terrestrial plate. Nice. Oh, it makes it easy to automate with AE. Oh, I didn't know. Isaac, can you please look into the stats? How long have you been playing this? I don't think... Ooh, I'll have a look, though. I don't think the stats going to tell me, though. Let's see. Server info, server tops, time played. Oh, it does. I've been playing for 247 hours. And you can see people have played more than me. People on the Patreon server have played for 600 and then almost 1,000 hours. But yeah, that's how long I've been playing. I didn't know if that would carry over from the server. A bit of that time would have been AFK, but a lot of it is not. It's a grindy mod pack. Very, very grindy indeed. But I kind of like it. I like the having to automate all this stuff. There were a few things I'm not a huge fan of. I do like the combination of magic mods. Let's not die as well here. Let's like eat some stuff. Isaac, I dare to play a Skyblock series without keeping inventory and mob griefing. We could do, or I could do, I guess. It just becomes a bit of a hassle, you know. Again, it's more just not spending hours trying to make episodes, you know. Because if I make a YouTube video where I have mob griefing off or I have keep inventory off and I die, then the video for you guys is still the same, but it means that I've got to then cut away and get everything back again, you know, which just takes some extra time, and then people complain that there are not enough videos going out, and, you know, it just becomes a bit of a pain. So, you know, that's why I use keep inventory and mob griefing. Alright, let's, again, not die. Let's try and stay alive. So I think we, again, go one out, one down, right? So it's like there. Let's not do this wrong this time. I think that's right. Obviously, this is not. But I think that is right. So we just do like the same thing again, but now we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that right? And then like, oh, is it like that? Yeah, maybe one more. Like that, and then corner. Of course, again, we'll get rid of the corner pieces, or in that case, the inside corner piece. So we'll get rid of you. Get rid of you. There we go. And we'll get rid of you. Beautiful. Someone said grind a life. Yo, look at that. We've almost been up for 3 hours. Jeez. Alright, let's bump this around. And then we'll do the exact same thing here. We seem to be a little shy on blocks. I don't think this is right. I think it's a 2-block gap. So I don't think this one and this one need to be there. I think that's why we've got, we're missing blocks here. I think that the end, that the next tier out is not quite as far. So I think, again, like over here, this one, and this one are all not there. And then it is also very possible that we just lost blocks when we moved to the further, and then yeah, like this one and that one. Okay, I think that is right, and then we can just go 1, 2. Is that right? Is that right? No, we're missing one because there should be one here on the end. Okay, so have I dropped one, or do I just have to... Oh, it's right there. It's right there. I see it. I see it. Oh, no, that's an arcane stone block. Okay, we gotta make one more. We lost one somewhere. Magnet is for noobs. Yeah, magnets for scrubs. Who uses magnets? Oh, my goodness. Okay, blood rune. Here we go. Here we go. Let's grab... Oh, thankfully we have everything. Good. Good. All right, here we go. We put it down right about there. Beautiful. So now we just need to get down the glowstone and the large bloodstone bricks. So, glowstone. Here we go. Someone said, you sick? If you're talking about the cough, I have been sick. Probably still a little bit sick as well. But hopefully it's on its way out, because it's been stopping me. I keep typing in grass when I mean glass. I have been trying to record YouTube videos, but I start talking, and halfway through a sentence I've just been coughing up. It's starting to get a bit better, but hopefully it continues to get better. So for this, I think we go 1, 2, and then like a third one, and then the block. I think that's right. It's like 1, 2, 3, and block. It doesn't matter how much glass you put down or where you put the glass down, just as long as there is material like that. That's the wrong number. There we go. Boom. Why does FTB Skyblock barely go up on YouTube? Because of this. Because of how long it takes to make an episode. I've been talking about it a little bit throughout the stream. If you want to go back and watch it, I've just like go back 30 minutes or 40 minutes on this. I've been talking about it quite a bit, but it does take quite a long time to make, which is why it hasn't been going out too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, when you're above that. So 1, 2, 3, and then I think 4. Yeah, that's right. Like so. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then make sure it's 1 block above the glowstone, like so. Beautiful. There's no blood magic in Sky Factory. Boo! Yeah, I know, right? I'm not quite sure why there's no blood magic in Sky Factory. Of all the magic mods, like it's got Britannia, it's got Witchery, it's got Thorncraft. The fact that it's got Witchery and not blood magic is a little odd. I do like blood magic. I'm surprised that it didn't make the cut for that mod pack. I'm glad it made it in here though. Let's get rid of. Oh no, that's right. It goes there. Okay, so I think that is now right. Let me get my divination sigil and see if this is work. Okay, here we go. Let's give this a try. And maybe tier 4. Whew, it works. It flipping works. Okay, so the question now is this working? Which is a good question. No life points are being deposited, which doesn't fill me with confidence that it's working. There are mobs that I can hear. Are they getting hit, or are they just not getting hit? No, they are definitely getting hit. But I think they're dying a little too quick. Like, they're dying from sources that are not this. I did hear one just die. Also, they're not very weak, the mobs. They are pretty strong, and we're not weakening. We're not like pre-weakening them. They're just spawning in, and then this thing has to do quite a lot of ticks of damage to actually kill them. So I'm gonna have to come up with some other kind of solution. I think Britannia adds a flower that allows you, that will deal damage to mobs all the way until they've got to like 1 HP. So what I might do is set up like a villager spawner, like maybe just here in the middle bit. Actually, I guess we could like, yeah, we could put like a box just above the Master Ritual Stone and then below the altar, and then put the auto spawner into there, and then use that auto spawn to spawn villagers. And then once we spawn the villagers, those villagers can get killed by the ritual of the Well of Suffering here, and then do this. Oh yeah, we do need to activate it as well. That's a good point that I completely forgot about. Activation crystal. We should have one. We do. Let's see here. So we should probably also grab like a blood orb. What's the best one we've got? We got the Magician's Blood Orb. Sure, we'll take that. I'm not quite sure how many life points we have in our network right now. We got 79. Fantastic. Let me look at the wiki again real quick to see just how much you do need to activate it. Yeah, 50,000 life points. Okay, so once again, we need to get ourselves the Sacrificial Dagger, good old bit of a golden apple, and right-click on this thing. I completely forgot that you had to activate the ritual. I knew I was missing something. I was contemplating like putting a lever on top of the Master Ritual Stone and turning it on. I completely forgot you had to activate it with the activation crystal. You can actually let mobs fall onto wooden spikes and they stay at 1 HP. Didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Remember that the same kind of flower killed Jack in Project 2002? I don't think, no. In Project 2002, we used the, like, thorn thistle or something. I believe there's, I don't know why I hit 2 of those. I believe there's a flower that takes them to 1 HP. The one we used, the Bellathorn, actually, in Sky Factory 2.5, actually kills them. But I think, oh, do I need to, there we go. I think the one in, I think there's one that allows you to get them down to 1 HP. I might be wrong, but I think there is. Possibly. Okay, we just got to get this all the way up to 50,000. Easy peasy. Super easy, right? Easy. We're already at 6,000. It might take a little while, guys. Oh, my goodness. Please make a regen beacon instead of using all that gold. I've already got these golden apples. I'm going to use these up, but afterwards we'll look into making a regen beacon. Use witches, they heal themselves. Oh, you mean like put witches into the range of the Well of Suffering, and then those witches will take damage but then heal? Do you get life points throughout that? If so, that's a pretty good idea. I might have to look into that. Infinity Evolved Skyblock needs the mechanism mod. I don't really think that Infinity Evolved Skyblock's missing mechanism. I like mechanism, but I don't think it adds anything desperately that we need for like this pack. Mechanism's good. I think mechanism's a bit overpowered as well sometimes, like especially the mechanism generators in they're in Feed the Beast Infinity 1.10. But it's so easy to get so much power. It's crazy. The wind turbines and the solar panels are super duper easy. Ooh, let's not die. Does the ritual use the blood in the altar to run? I believe it does, but it uses less blood than it gives back. Yeah, okay, so here it is on the wiki. Each point of damage does 2 LP, uses 2 LP from the activated soul network, and gives 10 LP in the altar. So you get like an 8 LP net gain every time you use it. We're at 36,000. You can see we're gaining right now. Here we go. Get the villager equals zombie villager. Oh yeah, we need to get we need to get a zombie. Yeah, we need to get a zombie villager and right-click on it with a healing axe. I thought it was like a potion of weakness and a golden apple or something. I did it in the original Sky Factory to heal a zombie villager, but I guess if there's a healing axe that does it without the potion of weakness and the golden apple, then that's probably a lot easier. But yeah, I do remember in Sky Factory 1, to get a villager, I had to throw like weakness on it, wait for like 5 minutes, and then go again. How are we going? Almost at 50,000. Almost at 50,000. There we go. All right. Can we activate this? Oh, it's done. I can hear him getting hit. Okay. So let's take that out now and let's see if this is going up. Yeah, look at that. It's going up. 4575, 4695. Not very fast. Not particularly fast, but it is going up. Like I said, we're going to have to, we'll probably set up some kind of villager, or people who are recommending witches now. I might have to look into witches and see about auto spawning those guys as well. I do think witches give you more LP than standard mobs at the same time, but I don't think they give quite as much as villagers, if I'm not mistaken. But if we can get some of those in there, that's going to hopefully get quite a bit more LP into our system so it goes up a little bit faster. So we can clean that up. I'll clean that up like off stream. So we can do that, and then once that's done, all we need to do now is set up the same system that we had before. So we'd have like an item duct going out of one of these sides, like right there. Let me press F7 real quick. No, I do not wish to stream to Twitch Minecraft. Thank you very much. We can put down. We don't need another torch. We can put that down there. We can stick the server one like so. We'll put an interface. Actually, we'll probably put the chest back here like this, and then over on this side we're gonna have the same hyper rationing pipe that we had before. We're gonna do the same thing here with this, so we're gonna have like the chest a little higher up, so like right there. We're then gonna have the transfer node right there. I'll probably end up putting the interface down on top of this chest, so the interface is going on top of the chest, and then we'll also pipe round from this chest back around to the interface, and everything should be good. All we need to do now is have the stuff ready. So I don't think, yeah, we don't have the 3 skeleton skulls to make this work, so that's a bit of an issue. We are going to have to, I think, next stream, look into getting a better system up and running. I might set up like another box somewhere, get another auto spawner, because we've got a bunch of excess essence here, or we don't really need about Enderman. We can stop with the Enderman, we can move that auto spawner somewhere else, and then maybe set up like an autonomous activator or a killer Joe or something like that, with a sword with beheading, and try and get a bunch of skeleton skulls that way, so that we can then automate this process and not have to worry about not having any skeleton skulls in order to make that happen, which I think would make life just a little bit easier. But with that, guys, I'm going to end today's stream there. We've been going for just shy of 3 hours, about 4 minutes shy of 3 hours, not including the little like 10-minute starting thing. But geez, it's been a while since I've streamed. I feel like we got a little bit done at least. We moved the altar. Next time we're gonna come back, like I said, we're gonna try and finish up this automation here, see if we can get into a little bit of draconic evolution finally, because we'll be able to automate those draconic cores. Once those draconic cores are automated, we can start making some of the draconic evolution stuff. One of the first things I'm probably gonna end up making is the sword of the Wyvern, because we can then use that sword to fight the Gaia from Britannia. We don't need the sword to fight the Gaia, but I kind of want to have a decent sword, and maybe even try and get the Wyvern armor, which would be a push, but we could probably try and do that before we fight the Gaia as well. And then we can use that to progress with Britannia, and then we can start moving our gears once we got like a little bit, once we got a firm foundation in Draconic Evolution, we can start moving our gears to those creative mode items and going on from there. I see a lot of sad faces in chat, guys. Do not worry. We'll be back streaming some more fairly soon. Not today, obviously, but hopefully sometime again this week. Maybe tomorrow, but I'm not going to promise anything because I always say I'm going to stream again and then I don't. So we're going to stream again soon. Do not fear. Also, there'll be more YouTube videos up tomorrow, more Sky Factory, more Infinity. This will be up on YouTube, hopefully later on today, but it is a long video, so it might be up, like, really late today or kind of early tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. But if you miss anything and you want to watch it again, feel free to go do that. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't done so already, feel free to follow. You can click the follow button below. You'll get notified as soon as I go live, so you'll never miss a single stream. You can also follow me on Twitter. I tweet out there every time that I go live. So again, thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.